Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. We're gonna get straight into it because we've already had a bit of a late start, so I'm gonna switch immediately to the game and yeah, not gonna waste any time. But hope you guys have been having a great Wednesday so far. Let me actually pull up the reference for you guys as well, just so if there's any new familiar faces or anyone new who's going to join in might be curious about what we're building, so I want to have the reference up for you guys. But yeah, we're going to continue with the build that we've been doing for the last few days now, and let me why isn't it showing up? This always happens, I swear to God. It's always the reference and it's refusing to work. Okay, well, I tried. I mean, I can't do much about it. Sorry. Sasha, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks also joining. What's up? Hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks also joining as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna waste any time at this point. I'm just gonna restart, refresh chat, and then we can immediately get in. Okay, so what we did yesterday, what did we do? We did the main entrance area, which is still very incomplete, and we did a few, well, that part, this is very, okay, we should maybe tackle this part of the build today. We did a lot of the window work and stuff. Okay, so the sides are a bit of a problem of this build that we haven't really touched upon, so we're going to be doing that today, hopefully. And how are you? I'm doing alright, thank you, Sasha. How are you doing? Just a bit tired. I was kind of contemplating if I wanted to do a stream or not, but then I was like, you know, I'll feel a little bit guilty if I didn't do it. So I was like, you know, even if I could like fit in like an hour and a half, it'll be good, right? It's better than nothing, right? I know, obviously, we're always trying to focus on getting, what is it called? Like an earlier time for the live streams, but you know, I can't just keep saying like, oh sorry, it's late, you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna get on with it, and if anyone wants to watch it, they can obviously check out the VODs, which will always be available on YouTube unless there's like a problem with it where I have to like take it down and stuff, which is very unlikely for that to happen, so that is great. So yeah, let me focus on the side of the home, because we have, I don't know if I want like a pathway going all the way down over here, because we have one over on this side, but I feel like this one doesn't really connect to anything unless we have like a really random pathway over here. I don't think that's going to look great, is it? So you know what, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to ignore about that. I wonder if we can add like maybe like a planting area over here. That could be kind of fun to do a bit of a difference over here. My legacy challenges are looking very interesting. Eden, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. What have you been doing with your legacy challenge? Let us know. How has it been going? I'm good, thanks. I was going for a nap, but I saw you live. Oh, I apologize. You know, I feel like sometimes I ruin people's schedules because people join late, and yeah. But I mean, it's all good. Hopefully, you have an even better nap afterwards. If you do plan on still having a nap. So, guys, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you being here. We need a name for Tanza fans. Honestly, I don't know what we'll call ourselves. I don't know if we'll even have like a group name. It has to sound good though, like it has to be really good. Maybe we can, like, I don't know, connect it with animals, but
was all the music he ever wanted.
Tanza doesn't really sound like a specific animal. I do like wolves, but we're not cringe. We're not gonna do like a pack or something like that. That's not happening. But I don't know, just food for thought basically. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe let's make use of this space as well, or should we not? Maybe not. Let's not actually make use of that space. You know what, we don't have to use every little bit. I'm gonna cut that off, and I'm just gonna close off completely, and we'll add some extra foliage and stuff like that over here. But what I'm kind of concerned about is adding some extra geometry and stuff to this section of the build. looking inside of this floor plan, which is not even a floor plan, it's just a bunch of boxes. I don't know what we could fit in this like little random nook, but we can potentially have like a flat. That's actually not bad. Just like a little flat section over on this side. We won't have any like roofing on it. We'll just have like a flat roof. The Tanzanites. Sounds like a radioactive rock. Radioactive rock. The tangerines. Oh, that's funny. Tangerines. And then the image would be like a whole tree with like a million tangerines, everyone's names on it. Looks fine. I was gonna wake up at 12 AM. My sis got sued for custody of her twins. One now got paid 1.3 mil in child support. Interesting. I didn't even know a storyline like that could even exist. So wow, 1.3 mil though for child support is crazy. That's quite a lot. The Tanzanites. It low-key sounds like. Is there a bug that has knights at the end of it? It kind of reminds me of something like that. Are we like little bugs or something? Honestly though, I can't say anything because I couldn't come up with anything myself, so. But yeah, have you guys been having a good Wednesday so far? Are you guys having a good week actually so far? Is everything going according to plan? How do you guys feel about going towards the end of summer? I believe today there was like a news thingy that came out. It was like today's the last day in the UK where it's like gonna be where like the sun's gonna set later on, like at 8 PM. So it's not gonna be 8 PM like tomorrow onwards. Which yeah, end of summer, which is crazy. Like this year is genuinely. I mean, I know we spoke about this. I think it was last stream how time's been just going so fast, and yeah. Literally summer's over. Like, that's so crazy to me. It still feels like summer though. Do you know what, you guys? Like, it genuinely does still feel really hot. And there hasn't been a lot of rain, so that's good. I kind of want to make this like a little glass house room, but at the same time I don't want to like completely enclose it with glass, you know? I mean, it's already enclosed, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's interesting anyways. Good night, got school tomorrow. Oh, no worries. Good night, Eden. I hope you have a great rest of your day and hope you have a nice time at school. My air fryer broke yesterday. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe you can get replaced. I don't know. I never really use air fryers. Is it something that you would be like rushing to replace, or is it like, meh, I can do other stuff for the time being? What are your thoughts on like the air fryers and stuff? I think I've only used it once. And it wasn't even mine, it was in my sister's home, but yeah, that's all I have to say about air fryers. I hope you got some good use out of it though before it broke, because I know there are a few models that can be quite expensive. Yeah, that's what I'll be using until I move. Honestly, that's like the worst thing about moving. I didn't move recently, but I did move. I think it was 2025, and well, that was like one of the main annoying things. Like we were getting like brand new everything, and so it wasn't being passed over to the new home, and my days, just not having home cooked meals was so annoying, man. Like we had to like eat out, and it was annoying. Very frustrating. Every day literally felt like a cheat day where you could just like order what you wanted to eat, but because you had no other choice, otherwise you weren't gonna eat anything. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the side effects of moving, you know, especially when you're getting like new appliances and stuff. It turns on and everything, just doesn't cook the food. Oh, what? That is very concerning. The fact that it turns on and doesn't bother to cook, it just is like, nah, you know, I'm not gonna do anything today. I hope to move within 3 years. Meet out tonight. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you have a great takeaway. Nothing wrong with the takeaway when it comes to moving out. By the way, from what I was saying earlier, it's more so just when it's like back to back because you have no other choice. It's just really annoying. Nick, hello, welcome to the stream. Your Wednesday's been great. I'm glad to hear that. I went for a walk and then I played some Inzoi. Building a modern house. Oh, very nice. I hope it's going well. I remember you play both Inzoi and The Sims. Hi McDonald's, very nice. What would be your like go-to order? Mine's really basic. Mine is just the Big Mac. Sometimes I do get the 20 chicken nuggets. I did talk about this on the live stream before. But yeah, I do love a 20 chicken nuggets, but I haven't had it in a very long time. I did go to the McDonald's in the airport this year, but I didn't eat from there. I ate Popeyes instead because we don't have Popeyes in the UK. So I was like, you know what, let me eat something that I don't normally get the chance to eat, you know, because we don't have access to it. So I was like, yeah, let me just eat a bit of Popeyes, and yeah, it was actually really good.
Yes, this is exactly what I've been searching for.
Thank God for. Oh wait, I wanted this to be in the shade of this, so maybe let's just keep it dark. Nuggets, McCrisp burger, Coca-Cola, and crip chips. I was about to say crips. Oh, what am I on about? Chips, very nice. Yeah, I honestly love your order, to be honest. Sometimes I do switch the Coca-Cola for like a milkshake if I feel like it, or like a coffee, depending on the day. But a Coke is very nice. £18 just for me. I assume you mean like the amount of it costs. Yeah, honestly, McDonald's is not as cheap as it used to be. I remember used to getting like a burger for like £3.50 or something like that, and it's crazy. It's times have changed so much. McDonald's is expensive, yeah. I feel like McDonald's everywhere has just been like inflated, crazy. Trying to play more Inzoi. I do love the realism of the game. Yeah, honestly, that is like one of the best things about Inzoi. Like from afar that I can see, just like the quality is just really, really, really good. Oops. Wait, what the hell? I'm trying to copy it over and it's just using. There we go. Wait, whoops. Oh God, I keep doing the same thing. I haven't copied or done a lot of stuff with tool mod since I've been back, so even though I have muscle memory, it's just sometimes it does get a bit messed up. But yeah, okay, so over here I do want to add like a little backward store over here. I think that would be pretty nice. And let's actually get rid of let's add this over here instead. In Inzoi, are there like really big empty plots of land where you could just like build whatever you want, or is it restricted to like penthouses, apartments, and like the specific lot sizes that are given to you, kind of like in The Sims 4? I assume you're able to bulldoze like an entire building, right? And you're able to create like your own lot per se. Oh, everything is expensive, honestly. Oh yeah, over here, I'm thinking it would be really nice, even in real life, if you could just like have these type of windows like right here. I feel like that would look pretty nice. So we're just gonna add a few of these here. And I'm gonna take this little window over here as well. In the reference image, we don't have, wait, let me check if the reference image will work now. I keep trying to make it work and it's just not bothering to work. Let me see. There we go. Okay, finally. I don't know why it wasn't working the entire time, but all it took was just one more little button. But yeah, from the reference image, I don't think there is a window on this side. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be, so I'm gonna skip it myself as well. And over on this side, I feel like it's kind of a shame how this entire build only has one singular balcony on this side, and that's because I placed it. We don't really have one from the reference image, which kind of sucks, but I think it's still better than nothing, right? To have like a really tiny balcony over. I kind of want to add one over here as well, but I do like the roof lining thingy over here as well. I don't know, a bit conflicted. Oh, this is not great. What is going on over here? Do something like that. There we go. Just so it's a bit more obvious that it's its own roof, kind of like that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's also add a little exterior trim because I only want it to be applied here and potentially right over here, so let's get a little platform over here, lower it down to a single story, and then kind of just like moving it across. There we go. I'm just gonna move this outwards a little bit, just so, oh, it's gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna have to keep the angle relatively low, unfortunately, but it's all good because we kind of got that perfect edge now. And I'm gonna go back to the exterior trims, and I only want to apply it to this part and I don't want it to be over here, so let's what am I gonna do? Basically just gonna copy this over this, and then just gonna outline where we had the previous wall, and hopefully we shouldn't have any problems this time. And obviously we need to build a little ceiling, color it in a little bit, and there we go. It should be fine now, which is great. Oh, we have okay, well, let's turn this into a little room again. There we go. We got rid of the thingy. Why did I do that? There we go. Okay, now we can get rid of this, and there we go. It only applies to that little section bit. It's really annoying how you have to do so much little things just to get like one specific area down, but I think it's worth it. I think it's good. But yeah, we will turn this into like one singular bedroom eventually. I wonder if it will look good if I added these signs above here, or if we do this one. This could actually be kind of cool, like right above the window area over here. It's going to be a bit annoying though to place this, but I think it could look kind of interesting because we did it at the frontal area of the home. So I'm like, for the sake of it, feeling a little bit more continuous towards the back end. Let's do a bit of this. Should we leave it disconnected though? Probably not. Let's connect it so that it looks a little bit nicer. There we go. Okay, just placing these. Probably should make it 3 tall, shouldn't I? So it matches the front. Oh, you know what? 2 doesn't look too bad either. Nah, you know, I'm gonna keep it 2 because it's one flat line, so I think it looks nicer when it's thinner. I wonder if I should make this thicker now. Never mind, it's not gonna work. I'm just like trying to add some extra little details like that here and there, but it's not gonna work. So let's just leave it out. And what was it gonna do? Oh yeah, more windows. All sliding glass doors. Those could also work. Let's add a sliding glass door right there. Sometimes I'm really hesitant when it comes to, like, I kind of like love and hate these kind of lots because one, I have a hill, well, with the train, right? And then 2 is like all the way towards the edge of the lot where like it's not safe technically. So in real life you would have like a whole fence going down all the way towards the end. But at the same time I don't want to block the view. And I'm not talking about like the Sims view, I'm also talking about like how visually appealing it looks for the player, you know? Like right now, if I do this, it's not gonna look great, does it, guys? Like, I don't know if you guys would you guys keep that? It's just like, look at that, it's like a really long black line when you zoom out because of the way the bars are from this fencing piece. I always complained about this, to be honest, ever since it came out with Royalty, but I don't know, it just looks a bit weird when it's zoomed out from far away, you know? And obviously we're gonna add foliage and stuff around it, but I don't know, to me it just doesn't look that great. I feel like you kind of want it to feel a bit more like a dollhouse, you know, like it's a bit more exposed in certain areas so that when it comes to playing inside of it, it doesn't feel so restricted and stuff. Obviously in real life you would want it there, and it wouldn't be too big of an issue because you're going to be in the inside part anyway most of the time, but I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much about it, but I don't know, what would you guys put here? I would probably actually do some hedging. Hedging could look kind of nice here. We could use the Royalty one. Like the really tall ones, and then just lower it down and just hope that it works. Q, hello, welcome to the stream, thanks so much for joining. Hope you're having a great day, I appreciate you being here. Diego, we are building on a 50 by 40 lot within San Sequoia. It's 50 by 40. Where is it? Trying to find the debug objects that came with Royalty. By the way, I hope the music isn't too loud for you guys. I just noticed that because I have my headphones off and I can hear it. It's like really loud. But I don't think it's that loud for you guys, hopefully not, at least. Yeah, it will be on the gallery when it is done. I will probably have it done for Friday, so make sure to check back on my gallery on Friday, and it will be there hopefully. A bit loud, so sorry about that. Oh my god, it was really loud. Very sorry about that. I don't know, nobody really said anything about it in the chat, so I was like, it's fine. But yeah, I just lowered it right now. Hopefully it should be better now. I hope it didn't did it mask my voice though? Or was it still fine? Because if it marked my voice, it would have been awful, but hopefully it didn't do too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna surround this part of the build a little bit. And I know right now it's gonna look a little bit weird, but just trust the process, you guys. We're gonna make it look really good. Because it is a waterfront type of lot, well, it's not waterfront, but you got that ocean view, so kind of want to keep as much of it as possible. Actually, you know what, let me get rid of these, because I'm just going to copy this one instead. It was fine, you can still hear me. Yeah, that's great then, that's fine. I know sometimes it can be a bit annoying. That's why I was like, hope it wasn't too loud to the point where it was annoying for you guys. But yeah, just working a little bit more efficiently with the placement and stuff, so we don't waste time. Oops. Damn, it's already been almost been an hour already, which is crazy. Not really, but it's like 20 minutes left, but still, time been moving quick. But yeah, so I'm gonna do something like this. I'm not gonna worry too much about going all the way towards the end. We'll do something else over here as well, but I'm now gonna select all of this really quickly. I'm just gonna lower it into the ground just so you don't even see like the edge of this hill area as well, which I think is gonna be great. So let's do like -0.5. No, that's not. Yeah, we're gonna need to do like -2. That's not too bad, but I think it needs to go a little bit lower. And I can see that it's kind of like going like an upwards trend, so we're gonna have to fix that as well. Let's do -1. Yeah, I kind of want it to be like this height. So let me deselect it all again, and then we're gonna reselect these ones. And let's go up by 0.5. Way too tall. Let's do 0.1. And then we're basically just going to keep doing this until we get a perfect line, so that it doesn't look like it's going downwards. Even though it would add to the realism, it's not the type of style that I'm trying to go for this home. I kind of want to go for something that's like a really new modern build. Honestly though, if I learn anything from social media, new builds nowadays are not that great. They always come with like so many different problems. Everyone is like running to get like existing built homes instead of new ones because of the level of issues that arise with like newer builds, which is quite a shame to be honest, because I do like the way new builds look. They just have more problems, which sucks. But yeah, something like that. I mean, there's a really slight difference between these guys, but it should be fine. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks way better than if we were just like to surround it all the way around with fencing, you know. But yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think about that as well. I think it's pretty decent like this. And this is like, it's not even like a normal gate, this one is like humongous, so it just doesn't really look We could use a thinner version of it as well. Smaller version. But we no need to. Kiva, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Bit of a late start, but it's all good. I was gonna change something about this. I completely forgot though what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I need to add gutters. I need to add gutters to this build. Might even add these smaller, thinner windows on the side, like that. That actually didn't look too bad. Just adding like a few of these thinner windows on the edges, like that. How's it coming along nicely? Love to hear that. Thank you so much. Still got a lot of work to do with it though. Look, it, to be honest, gonna be really brutally honest, it does look really flat right now because we literally just have black and white, so there's nothing really standing out. So I'm thinking maybe we can add like some external wallpapers somewhere. I don't know what we're gonna do about that yet, but just like a little idea for the time being. I don't mind having a lot of like these flat walls, you know, just not too much to the point where it's gonna look ugly, you know. So let's get rid of this as well. But we have to also like remember that this is a new build, so yeah, I'm trying to go for that more realistic new build vibe. So you're gonna see a few more of those cleaner lines here and there. Let me add the gutter though, because those are going to help with adding a bit of realism to the build. Do you guys even bother adding these kind of little plant detailings or like gutters and stuff to your build? I would love to know, because the only thing that I mainly do for like my exterior decorations for my build is mostly like solar panel stuff on like the roofing, or like little end bits for like the roof and stuff. I noticed that I actually do quite a lot of stuff for the roofing. I try to put as much detail as possible for that. I think it's mostly because, you know, like I create so many big homes, and like when you look at it from above, 90% of it looks like a roof if it's like all the way up, if all the walls are up. So I'm just like, I need to make it look as good as possible, otherwise it's just gonna not look that great, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna add some of these gutter pipes. Let's go for the medium one over here. Low key, The Sims sometimes makes me think I'm colorblind. I know this is a green, but it's like really subtle, like you can barely tell. And I think this is supposed to be a brown, and this is supposed to be like a grayish, blackish color. I don't know, The Sims sometimes be trying to test our eyesight. I love plant detailing. Yeah, honestly, it's a hit and miss for me, to be honest. Sometimes I struggle with doing landscaping. Landscaping is not my strength, unfortunately. As much as I love the way it sometimes turns out, I'm not that great at it. I just like doing the actual structure itself. I think we ran out of music. No, we're fine. Kind of want to play some of the older Sims songs though. Hold on. Colors so trippy. Yeah, like the Sims color swatches, some of them are just really weird. I think that I have the same issue with this store as well. Hold on. I always have a problem with the store. Like this one. Yeah, just like mixing this with like these two. Very annoying, but it could just be a me issue though, you know. Low-key adding these the drainage along the edge like this kind of makes it look like supports, but at the same time it doesn't. Does that make sense? It kind of just breaks it up a little bit from it just being like fully white every single corner of the build. And I also noticed that we should add, wait, this is the tool. I think we use a tallest wall height. Yeah, we use a tallest wall height. I use a tallest wall height quite a lot in my builds, you guys. Is it something that you guys also use, or do you guys kind of like just focus on like the medium wall heights instead, or like the short wall heights? For me, I just can't do the short wall heights. It's way too short, you know. I can't fit anything in those type of builds. So whenever I can, I try to use the medium or the tall wall height. I only use the medium in a big mansion if it's on like a 3rd floor, because then I'm like, I don't want my build to look humongous. So that's kind of like the only places. But yeah, I think that just helped add a bit of character to this build right now already. And I'm just checking to see where else we got some pipes that we can lay down onto this build. I can see one on this side of the build, which is very empty. Not really, I sometimes do, but only once. It depends on the wind height. I practiced this year and it became a core strength for me. You're incredible, your constructions are impeccable. Thank you so much, Narek. I really do appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day, by the way. I appreciate you joining on the live stream. Some creators use way too many debug items for building, and even though it looks great, it's annoying for gameplay. Yeah. If you have used my my builds in the past, Zerais, would you consider my builds being like really heavily debug mode objects and stuff like that? Or would you say that I'm kind of like a bit of like a mix? Because I know I definitely do use debug objects, but I don't know how much I actually use. Like, I don't notice how much I actually use. I try to just use, oh yeah, another thing though, because I use the Better Build by mod, you know how it kind of puts all the debug objects within the existing objects as well? For me, it's kind of like really tricky to like distinguish between the two, unless obviously you look at the price and it says 0, then it's most likely a debug object. But that's like the only way that I can like differentiate between if I used debug object modes and objects for a build in particular. Another thing, but I do have to agree with you though, because even when I was testing one of my builds, I made like a really nice entranceway, right? I fixed this, by the way. I'm just talking about the experience of behind it. Because I used debug mode, foliage pieces, and like fence pieces and stuff like that, they would walk through it. So it kind of just defeated the purpose of having like a nice grand gated entrance area, right? So the way I was able to go about that was by adding some like little fake, well, not fake, but they were like the actual plants within the actual fake object, so that it wasn't invisible. And that kind of just helped fix that little issue that I had personally. So in case anyone has the same issue as me in terms of your Sims just walking into objects, that's kind of like one of the ways that you can kind of work around it. But it's not like a permanent fix, because you would have to do that for every single one of your builds, which I feel like is probably not something that you want to do for every single build, which is very tedious. Oh yeah, in terms of yesterday, I completely forgot to talk about this. Yesterday my internet completely just gave up on me at 12 AM, so I was like, okay, that's great. So I tried to join back on the live stream with my what's it called, my mobile hotspot, and it works. It wasn't a problem. I wasn't like worried about running out, but it's more so just like, okay, the entire live stream environment just got ruined. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna head out. I was like, maybe I can come back for like another 2 minutes, because I was gonna head out at that time anyway, but oh, it was just so annoying. I don't know why it gave up. Literally that last second, I was literally like, please just, I just needed it for like a few more moments, because I was gonna head out anyway. But yeah, it was very annoying. So I do apologize about that, in case any of you guys were wondering yesterday. Like, this guy just literally just decided to head out without saying anything. Like, what? It was so random, but yeah. I look over and I'm just like, hold on a minute. The chat hasn't been talking for a while now. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Have I not asked enough questions? And then I look over on YouTube and it's like chat disconnected. I'm like, what? But yeah, very unreliable when it does that. I don't even get like a warning or anything like that when it comes to the Wi-Fi going out. I don't think anyone would, but yeah, I think they just do like overnight midnight maintenance or something like that, so they don't inconvenience you during the day. But to me, that just inconveniences me regardless, you know. So yeah. I have to download the beach ones, but I'm not playing Sulani at the moment. No worries. I hate how my Sims just stand still for no reason. Yeah, I think that's a memory issue. I think I get that issue quite a bit as well, here and there. I need to update my memory. Oh, that reminds me, there was one that looked like the melodies that I couldn't find on your gallery. Yeah, I'm like moving already. Which one is it in particular? They should all be there, hopefully. Shouldn't have any issues. What is going on over here? I don't really like how it kind of does that, but do you, Sasha? Do you use the laptop mode, or like in the settings, or is it something that you never turned on before? I don't know how much that will actually help you though. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we can leave like a bit of a gap here and then add. Let's see. A fountain or something that kind of falls into here. Don't want a leaping. I kind of want spray is okay. Spray is fine, I think. Right? Spray is what I was probably looking for. It's kind of like a continuous flow. If this came in a black, that would have been really nice to kind of just like blend it in. Yeah, no problem, Sasha, no problem. It's all good. I'll probably stay on for like another 20 to 30 minutes and then we'll head out because, yeah, it is a bit late and I don't want to keep you guys even more later than it already is. So yeah, let's get a bit of a move on and hope that we can get some more stuff done. Oh wait, what did I do? My bad. I moved the reference on accident, and I also got out of the game somehow managing to do stuff that I didn't know I could in like the span of like 2 seconds. But yeah, sometimes I do low-key hate. I wish there was like a mod where you can select the rotation of the sun. That would be so good. Because like, let's say if I wanted to get like a nice like sun shot for the backyard, can't really do that unfortunately unless you moved a lot to like a location that has that kind of thing that you're looking for. I know it's really annoying sometimes, especially if you like take a lot of pictures and stuff of your builds. Yeah, let's kind of make like a little semi-curve going outwards, and then on this side we can, what can we do? Should we do something like this? I This is kind of unique though. I kind of want to keep it for the front area of the build. I could take a few of these and do something like this. Paulino, we are working in San Sequoia, which is the wall that came with Grown Together, and we're building on the 50 by 40 lot. It's the one on the top left hand side of your screen when you load into the world. Oh, it is. It's so annoying. There we go. And let's move this all the way down here. Usually, let's say for like a build like this, 50 by 40, if I put like an immense amount of detail into it, probably like 4 to 5 days. If I was like doing like 2 hours a day, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. For a 6-4, 6-4 lot, definitely at least a week if it's going to be like good quality. Sometimes even over a week, it just depends on, and that's kind of like just the exterior, to be honest, just the exterior for a 6-4, 6-4. But on average, I think I take about like 4 to 5 days to finish a home, which I feel like is a bit too long. I should be doing them a bit quicker. But I don't really rush a lot of my builds, so I just kind of go with the flow and just see how things go. Okay, wait, I need to actually save because I don't think we've saved yet, have we, you guys? It's been an hour, so let me just save before it's too late. It does low-key look like a school when you're looking at it from this front angle, but just don't look at it from that angle, okay? And you should be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this front area because it's looking really flat, really boring. So I'm gonna do something about that. I just don't know what yet. Keep in mind though, it is going to be a really modern home, so if it's like a bit flat in certain areas, then it's not too big of a deal. Let's get a few of these starter hedges over on this side and basically just bring it back to the other side. There we go, just going to cover that up a little bit, something like this. No, that doesn't look great. Let's do something like that instead. Let's get this and basically just copy it over, just so it covers up that little random bit. Whoops. What the hell is going on? I don't even know how many I placed here at this point. But in case anyone is wondering who doesn't use a lot of mods, I am only using the tool mod and the better build by mod, both provided by Twisted Mexi, and I just use them for the sake of making building a little bit more simpler. Just trying to make the process as easy as possible. There's a lot of buildings. Oh, feels I haven't seen yet. I'm down to. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Zoris. I hope you have a great time using them. Oh yeah, I still have this artificial end of the line that I need to kind of like sort out and solve as to what I'm gonna do for it, because I still have no clue. These guys use yellow flowers like occasionally on this like stone bit. I wonder if we should reintroduce a few yellows on our plant, on our lot as well. That might be kind of interesting. I might actually do that. Let me place this over here and just move it over using the tool mod, because that kind of retains the same height and location, if that makes sense. It's kind of tricky to explain it, but it's a bit more effective than trying to place it yourself. But yeah, I'm going to try to find some yellow plants now, because there seems to be quite a bit of it throughout this world. So yeah, I'm going to take these. I think these are... They look like sunflowers. I might be wrong though. These are sunflowers, right? They look like sunflowers. I don't know. Probably aren't. Probably something completely different, but... Oops. True, yeah, it could be daisies. Yeah, my plant game is really weak. I don't know if I'll consider myself a green thumb. I don't know. I do love like the idea of gardening and stuff, but I'm not that crazy about knowing a lot of different plants and stuff. I would maybe get into it in the future. I don't know, but I have a lot of people in my family though who are very good with taking care and growing crops and stuff like that. Not in the UK, but in Cyprus. So yeah, automatically I feel like that just makes me a green thumb, you know? Gonna add one near the bin as well. Just feels a bit realistic, to be honest. Yeah, this area still needs a lot of work, but I think just adding a few of these plants around here sparingly is definitely going to help with making the entire build just feel a little bit more connected to the current environment that it's within. Sunflowers don't grow in bushes like that. Yeah, I know, but I don't know, they kind of like the way the petals look as well. It just, I don't know, it does low-key look a bit like a sunflower, but yeah, I get what you mean. It probably isn't a sunflower. I'm literally using it like in every little nook. But I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because everything in this world is basically similar to this plant. What do they use over here? Decent looking plants, but honestly, these are like, I really like how realistic these grass pieces look, like the grass hairs. They look pretty realistic, which is really nice. I don't think I've seen them in here though. I feel like the closest thing that we got is kind of like something like this from Horse Ranch. Surely we have that one as well, but I just don't really know where it is. Why is that floating? This should not be floating. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna place one over here, and then we're gonna move it using the tool mod. I'm just gonna kind of just drag it out like that, just like in really subtle areas. I don't want it to be too bait in every location. Just like really subtle little details of that here and there. I don't plant anything in real life. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people probably don't, but definitely should. I think it's a really fun skill to have, to like look after plants. We currently have grapevines and what else? Because we love using the grapevine leaves in food. It's a really nice Turkish dish. What else is there? Obviously the grape itself is really good. Hasn't fruited yet though. It's still very, very, very new. What else do we have? We had a few other stuff, but they just didn't last. Like the tomatoes and the cucumbers, they just don't. I don't know. They don't seem to be working. Agree, but I'm too lazy. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's even to laziness to me. It's just they just need a lot of attention and stuff, and I feel like people are so busy nowadays that like nobody has the time and effort to just be like sitting there and like wondering why their plant isn't growing, you know? Like I'll plant watermelon. Honestly, they're not that easy. I tried planting watermelon. They did sprout. They were doing pretty decent, but then I don't know what happened to them. They just gave up. They were like, nah. Is that nice? I do like the emptiness. That's one thing in The Sims. Like, obviously you guys can see from the reference images, there's like a lot of emptiness. In The Sims, it doesn't really work that way because of how easy it is to place stuff. You kind of feel obliged to, if that makes sense. And like, if you don't add anything, then it feels empty. It's really weird how it works in these games and stuff. Like in any simulation game, even like a city building simulation game like City Skylines, like you just feel obligated to add so much in like a little condensed area, but otherwise it feels like it's not complete. It's really stupid, but I don't know how to like mitigate or how to like avoid doing stuff like that. Like right now I feel like half the plants I place probably aren't that necessary, but it just makes the house look nicer, you know? Yeah, watermelon is absolutely top tier fruit. You know how like some people are like, oh, they hate watermelon. I'm just like, how could you hate watermelon? Like that's like probably one of the least, like I don't know how to explain it, but like it should probably be one of the most least disliked things because of how simple yet like really delicious it is. Like if someone was like, oh, like they don't like pineapple, there's kind of like reasons to it. There's like, oh, like the tongue sensation, like tingling and whatever, or like if it's too like if it's like sour or whatever, like that's like understandable. But if it's like watermelon, like how you can't go wrong with a watermelon. Yeah, the fruit itself, yeah. Honestly, the flavored stuff are always just like artificial, let's be real. Like it's never really like the actual fruit. The fruit itself is always the good thing. Although I'm not really a picky person, so if I get like let's say like there's like a drink and it's to do with like watermelon flavor, if there's like a sweet or something like that, I will pick it up. And I would still prefer the fruit, but I don't dislike artificial flavored stuff, which is not good. You shouldn't have a lot of artificial flavored stuff because they're not good for you. But this plant is so realistic, isn't it? It literally looks so realistic. It's crazy. I think probably one of the most realistic looking ones in the entire game. It's from the Fairy expansion pack, in case anyone is wondering. It's had like a little bit of these little thinner hair bits around here. I know they're kind of floating. I might lower that down in my own time, but not right now. Yeah, I know some people dislike, like they say, like for example, grape flavored stuff, like artificial grape flavored juices and drinks and stuff like that, or like candies and stuff. But to me, I don't really mind it. I mean, I can. It's really obvious that it's fake, but I'll still really enjoy it. But yeah, I needed to add the black detailing around the garage area. I completely forgot about that. Let me select this again. In case you guys are wondering, by the way, I ended up using these signs for the black detailing, and I really like the way it's turning out. And I just noticed that we need to change this to black. There we go. See what else. Also, thank you so much for sharing the live, by the way. I really do appreciate it. I did catch that a moment ago. Yes, I am using. I'll show you my settings real quick. Which one was it? Game options? Yeah. There we go. These are my graphics. Nothing too crazy, but it's just. I think they're all high. It should be like max. Yeah, all seems to be high. The only thing that I turned off was post-processing effects. I mentioned how yesterday as well, because I use Reshade, I let Reshade do like the lighting and the shadows and stuff like that instead. I know it might make my game look, I think it makes it look a little bit worse when you're not using Reshade, but in order for Reshade to work properly, apparently you need to turn this off. I don't know how true that even is. Haven't really tested stuff out too much, to be honest, but yeah. But yeah, I kind of want, I know that's wonky right now, I'm aware of that, but I run on medium on my vintage laptop. Honestly, it doesn't even matter, to be honest. When I first started out, I think I was on low for everything. I don't think I even had a graphics card. It was horrible, but it was I didn't really notice that much of a difference. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Like in comparison to other games that I play, out of every single one of them, The Sims has the least impact when it comes to like changing the graphics. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that, but I personally haven't really seen any like major differences. Like it's really subtle. I think the Sims team does a really great job of that, with making sure that if someone is on a high quality or a low quality, it's not your experience isn't impacted too much, if is what I'm trying to say, which is amazing. I don't even know if my computer, I know right now I'm running The Sims on like high, as you saw, but my game doesn't always perform 10 out of 10. I'm going to be very honest with you. Like my game is not always 10 out of 10. In terms of quality, it's not a problem. I don't think my problem is the graphics card. I think my problem is the memory. I only have 16 gigabytes of unified memory, which is not good, especially this day and age. If you're someone who creates content and you play games, do not get 16 gigabyte. You need at least 32. But when I first built the PC, that's what I got, and I was like, it's fine, it's gonna be fine. And it was fine for a really long time, but now I'm kind of noticing how if I got 32 or 64 then it would have been a lot nicer. So yeah, I want to plan on upgrading my memory in the future, or like in the near future. I don't know when, but yeah. Although I love my PC, it has a few issues. I need to sort it out. My fan is so funny. So like when I turn on my PC, I have like, there's like a external fan. It's not to do with the graphics card or anything like that, but there's like an external on the fan, I mean on the case, and it makes like a really weird noise. And I think the fan is struggling because of how much probably dust is it. It sounds horrible, but I think there's a lot of dust accumulating inside of it to the point where it kind of struggles to turn. So I kind of just like slap it on the top a little bit and it just goes back to normal. I don't know why that fixes it, and it never has a problem ever again. but it does happen every single time when I open my PC for the first time. It's so weird. It's so weird. And there's no, it's not like there's anything stuck in it. I think it's just dust, or maybe it's just giving out. Maybe it's dying. I don't know. But it is kind of funny. Oh, you know what? I kind of like these little details alongside. Clean it. I tried to clean it. I cleaned my PC before even leaving before I went to Cyprus. A few streams before. Yeah, I didn't even clean it in August. I cleaned it at the end of July, probably like start of August, because I was kind of like trying to fix that little issue, that sound issue. Nothing worked. So yeah, unfortunately there's not much that I can do about it, so it is what it is. But yeah, my beautiful PC is showing its age now. It's starting to get a bit older, but I still really love it. I wouldn't change it for the world, to be honest. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's add, maybe let's add like a little fake car somewhere. It's just about hovering, isn't it? Yeah, it's floating, but can't really tell. It's not too bad. You have two? Two what? Two graphics cards? Yeah, in other games the difference is huge, yeah. Honestly, just depends on the game, to be honest. The Arch Mode, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, placing plants in non-flat terrain, yeah, on absolute nightmare. That's why I use the tool mod where possible. I need to actually smooth this. What is it called? This terrain. Sorry, the paint, because it's starting to look. It's kind of like sticking out a little bit too much now. So if we can kind of give it a bit more shaping, kind of like curving it out in certain areas, I think that's kind of what's going to help. I think I don't even know. So look, honestly, when I do my exteriors, it's a lot of trial and error. Just go with what I think looks best. I think over time, when everyone's like, oh, like, you know, with time, like once you do like a lot of different builds and whatnot, you kind of like get used to it. But honestly, it never gets easier. I'm gonna be really honest with you. When it comes to foliage placing, it never gets easier. Like, I know what to use for like a normal family home or like a traditional home, modern home, whatever, but to make it look nice all the time, you're still gonna have to play around with it a little bit. It's just one of those things where you're never gonna nail it on the first go, and if you do, then great, but it definitely needs a bit of like playing around with. But yeah, I'm just adding like some of these fake curves around it because I feel like it makes a little bit more sense to just have these kind of designs going across in the entire build, because in real life you're not going to have like a perfect square or like a cutout green grass area. I mean, you can, but it's very unlikely, and in The Sims it just doesn't look that great. So yeah, just like smoothing it out a little bit. We need to do something else as well though, because this is like really textured and then this is like really flat, so I think we need something to like break it apart a little bit. Best thing that I probably could do right now is adding a bit of pebble terrain texture, because that usually does help it a little bit. Just like break it apart a little bit. And even if it doesn't look great, we can always go back and refine it. There we go. Something really subtle. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, it's coming along together nicely. It's not 100% 10 out of 10 yet, but it's gonna get there, hopefully. Obviously, we need to add like a bit of dirt as well around here, otherwise it's just not gonna look that realistic. I'm gonna circle this area a little bit, and then let's move on into adding a bit of dirt as well. There you go. This is the 50 by 20 lot in San Sequoia. It's the world that came with Growing Together. It's on the top left hand side of your screen when you enter the wall selection thingy. Here we go. And then there's like one little sad aloe vera plant up here, but I'll probably add something else here later on as well. Oh yeah, we should actually add the stone pebbles along the edge of the wall as well, because it's just going to help break it apart from that green all the way to the white, you know. Yeah, just going to add a few of these subtle details on the wall. So she do the same thing around here as well. But yeah, I feel like just layering a few of these terrain textures definitely is helping with this build. Because of how modern it is, I feel like we kind of just have to get away with being a bit more creative when it comes to the terrain texturing and stuff. There we go, placing a little bit more around here. This actually should be like fully brown, actually. Let's do that. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. And I think that should be fine. I don't think we need to do anything else in terms of the foliage. I mean, yes, we have a lot of emptiness around here. We need to figure that out, actually. I don't know what we're going to do around here. Also, did that go downwards? Let me bring that up again. I don't know when that ended up happening, but it's all good. Let's just raise it up again. It's kind of tedious, but it is what it is. I mean, can't do much about it. There we go. And then let's see. What would you guys actually do in this little random bit though? If this was your build, I would love to know what you guys would do in these little situations. Personally, for me, I feel like the easy thing to do would be to like line up a few foliage pieces, something like this, along here, and like just add like some extra stuff in between. Although it does work, it feels a little bit generic, doesn't it? Like, it is a bit simple. I don't know, to me personally, like these little skinny empty bits, they're sometimes tricky to make something like good use, like to put to good use. I wouldn't know what to do with these little areas. We could add like stuff like this. It's not a bad option. There was one in particular that I really like using. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys. I think it was this one. I think there's an equivalent of this one. This is from, I think, Jungle Adventure. But there's another one from another pack, which I completely forgot where it's from, but it's really good for these kind of places, if I can find it. You have to spam them like crazy. If I spam, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this guy's so lazy. So I tried to take my time with it. This is a really nice one as well. Honestly, cottage living, perfect when it comes to foliage. What if I place it in that little corner and then do something like this? Maybe lower this down a bit. I do like also using the, I don't know what the actual word for these plants are called, but I call them aloe vera plants. They do look like aloe veras. And I'm just gonna place a few of these around here. Something like that. Probably could do a better job with spacing them out. That's not a bad thing to do, right? It's not that horrible. Kelly, hey, nice to see you. Hope you're having a great day. I managed to catch you tonight. I'm glad to hear that. I'm on holiday at Butlins. Amazing. Yeah, I remember we spoke about that. I'm glad that you're there. Hope you're having a great time, by the way. Weather's been amazing lately, so hope you've been having some great outdoor fun over there. I've been getting in too late to catch you. Not a problem at all, honestly. Ever since I came back, I've been managing my sleeping schedule a little bit more, so I'm not staying up until like 12 plus AM. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of understandable. But yeah, I hope you're having a great time, by the way, on your holiday. When you come back, we'll hopefully have some more time on the live streams. But I hope you've been doing well up until this point. we're gonna add like a few color plants as well. Maybe like in between. Let's add like another little tiny one around here. I was actually gonna leave and head out because it was 11:30, but you know what? I'm gonna stay a little bit longer because I would feel bad to just leave right now. Because yeah, so I'll stay a little bit longer. I don't really mind, to be honest. I kind of want to get the foliage down and finished for this build anyway, so yeah, anything I can to get this build done tonight. At least the exterior would be really good. I don't want to turn it into a jungle as well. That's another thing that I just noticed. It is starting to get a little bit too busy for my liking. There we go. I think 4 was just a bit too much. That's actually not too bad, you know, like placing randomly sized like little shrubs like this looks kind of interesting. And of course we need to add some textures beneath them. It's looking really flat right now, so anything we can to make it look a little bit nicer. I don't know if you guys can actually hear my clicks. I think you guys can though, which is very annoying. So if I just like spam my clicks, it's just like it's annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear that though, but I assume you guys can because my mic usually picks up everything. Back home Monday and back to school runs on Wednesday, so I need to get back into routine when I'm back. Yeah. Wait, on Wednesday schools open that early? Oh, next Wednesday, 2nd of September? Really? I swear schools in the UK open way later. Honestly, ever since I've been out of school, it's been so, these times have been so weird. Like even with my sister, like my nieces, they started school in August. They're not in the UK, they're in Holland, but still it's just like, what do you mean school starts in August? It's 17th or 18th or something like that. It's so weird to me. Like I always remember starting school around like, oh I used to come back, never mind. Well, school normally started around like the 7th or like the 8th of September in the UK, right? But we used to come back late from holidays. So we used to go a little bit later, but it was all good. It was only like the first few days and stuff like that. I mean, it only happened like a few times. It didn't happen all the time, but I was like, yeah, wait, usually I go to school like the 9th, 10th, 11th, but no, that's because I used to be late. Oh my days. Mine go back on the 2nd and 3rd and 4th. That's so interesting. I've never really heard of schools opening. So I mean, what I'm literally talking about is literally days, not even like weeks. It's like days difference, but still it feels really early in September, which is crazy. No wonder flight tickets in September, like the start of September, are crazy high. Like no matter where you're returning from, if you're returning on the September and you're buying a ticket now, you're cooked. Like you're absolutely cooked. You're paying like so much money for a return, which is so stupid and insane. But I mean, that's how they kind of get you if you're a school parent. Brandon, hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining tonight. We started right after holiday. 9/7 or 9/8. I assume. Oh yeah, you put your months at the front. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, Morgan. Yeah, 9/7 or 9/8. That's fine. That's not a problem. But I don't know. Lately, I don't know how. I don't know why, but to me, the UK system is a lot nicer than the ones I've heard from other countries, man. I don't know, like kids starting school in the middle of August, I find that really silly. I'm gonna be really honest, you guys. They do leave school earlier than the UK kids, obviously, because they're starting earlier, but I don't know, to me it's just, I like the UK system way more. I find it ridiculous you have to pay to take kids out of school. What do you mean? Not sure on other areas. Not sure on other areas, but Nottinghamshire changed it to 5 weeks off and added an extra week to October. Interesting. Without being too specific, I grew up in the north, and from what I remember, it used to be like 7 and above in September when we started, and we used to finish. When did we finish? June 20th, 21st, something like that. I think June 20th is a pretty decent date to finish school. I remember as a kid, that was like the best. It was so good. But I'm just gonna really lightly paint some terrain textures around here. Yeah, down south in US they start in August. Yeah, I don't understand schools that start in August personally, because do you know what the funny thing is? Here in the UK, you literally get your results if you're in sixth form, like your A-level results, in August. Like you get it on August the 14th. So I can't even imagine starting school in August. It's just, it feels so weird. I remember I started uni around like the 20th, and I think it went all the way up to like the 28th. I was doing it during COVID though. It was horrible. My first year, I was not happy about it being in COVID. But anyway, that's a whole other day's story. But but yeah, I remember, like, I think the older you get, the later it started in September, which I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. The older kid you are, then the later it starts on, I guess. You pay a fine because you're taking child out of school. Yeah, my mom never paid a fine, but she did get called into school that she was taking us out too early. But yeah, that did happen. First offense costs £80 per parent per child if paid within 20. What? Is that new? That did not exist. Oh, if that existed when I was still in school, that means that must be a new rule, because I was only in school like what, 5 years ago? Not too long ago, to be honest. So that rule must be really new. But I remember they do charge parents who take you can also serve prison time. Parents can serve prison time if they take their children out of school for too long, which is crazy. But before it escalates to that point, they will call you in for like a meeting. I remember they did that for my mom as well all my days. I was a really good kid though, don't worry. Like, I was a really good kid, but it's just sometimes you need, you get good tickets for holiday and you're going to prioritize that over making some icing cakes in school. I'm sorry, but the last week of school, you're not even doing anything. Let's be so for real. We all went to school. We all know in the first week, at the start or at the end, nothing is happening. Nothing crazy is happening. You're just being introduced, or it's like the ending. I literally remember making like 1 million Christmas cards in primary school. Like, we don't do anything. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion. I might as well go on holiday, right? I think it's because of the weather. Oh, you think so? True. You know what? That could be the case. True. Yeah, but in Holland, kids start in August as well, and they basically share the same weather and like the same like time zone and stuff as the UK. So I find it really weird how that, and they also don't have school costumes as well. I think it's really silly for a school. I know a lot of schools don't have it, but I think it's really crucial for a kid to have a school costume. I remember when I was a kid, I used to hate that we had like blazers and ties and whatever, but now I kind of understand it. Like it's a little bit better than having to think about like, oh, what is my kid gonna wear every single day, you know? It's annoying. Hot early in the summer months. It makes sense. Just googled, apparently so. That's crazy. Is that private school? Yeah, Brandon, is that private school that you're on about, or are you talking about like normal public school? I assume you were asking Brandon Morgan about the private school thing. Yes, I've had that. Oh, what did you have? Kelly, did you have to pay £80? So you update your game? Yes, I did update my game. My game is updated. Yesterday it wasn't, and I played in offline mode, but now we're fine. You literally just sit and draw. Exactly. You literally just sit and draw as a kid. Like, you're not even doing anything like nutritional for your brain. New law brought in a few years ago. It's silly. That is so stupid. I promise you, my mom will be in. She'll be paying left, right, and center if that was the case. I'm so glad I'm not in school anymore. Rather make memories than sit in class. Exactly. But you know what though? I would rather miss the last week of school than the first week of school, if that makes sense. Because in the first week, they kind of like set you up with like your planner. You meet your new form tutor, your new classmates, and like your teachers and stuff like that. That's understandable. But in the last week before you're about to go and like finish, then there's no reason to stay. There's no reason. There's genuinely no reason. This is for all English schools. Yeah, I think it's the same rules apply regardless of if it's private or not. Wait, what was I gonna do for this build? Let's actually just move on into adding some furniture, why not? And then we can head out. But yeah, you, Brandon and Kelly, you both came in and now I'm just like, I got my energy back. I was literally like, okay, look, I'm gonna head out. It's late. And I already started late anyway, so I felt bad. But you guys got me talking and got me all mad about this whole school rules. Did you ever do the planner fill in? Yeah, we kind of had to, Brandon. If we didn't, we'll get in trouble. If our parents didn't sign it, you'll get a detention. If you didn't write your homework in it, you didn't get a detention for that, but you did kind of get told off for it. Like, the teacher literally would make you take out your planner at the end of the class, and you had to like write it down, your homework for that week. Do you know what I did do once on accident? It's really silly. I writ the homework that was due in like in the future week. I didn't write it for the week that I was in, which was really silly. And I didn't get in trouble for it, but I forgot to do it, or I did it last minute. I probably got a detention for it. I don't remember, but I do remember something like that happening. It's really funny, but at the same time, it's really silly. Yeah, I don't know why I needed the. I don't know why I felt the need to share that, but. The build today was draining. Dining room for 36. A build that consists of a dining room for 36 Sims. Am I understanding that correctly, Brandon? $36. First offense is £80 per parent, per child. Second offense is 160, and third can be over 1,000. Yeah, before those penalties, Kelly, they used to just call us in. They used to just call us for a meeting. They would be like, "Oh, you and your parent need to." They will literally give me like a specific letter, and they'll be like, "Oh, you have a meeting at this time. Make sure to tell your parents, and they have to come in, and then they come in at a specific time, and they will literally just sit you down and just ask questions. Yes, there was about 5 tables together. Brandon, I don't even know if you're going to be able to fit 36 Sims onto one lot and have them cooperate. If you have some sort of magic to make that work, please share it with us, because I'm kind of curious. How would you maintain 36 Sims? Or is it just more for like show? Or is it like not that serious? Yeah, can't wait to tell my mom about these new updates. She'll literally be like, what the hell? In terms of these school rules, they're so stupid. It's so dumb. I actually really like this this grey color for the cabinets. What do you guys think about that? I feel like everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is so boring for like the grey color for the cabinet, but I think it's a pretty decent color. It looks like something that you would see in a modern home, you know? Let's actually add the bar here as well. Let's go to dining room, bar. We don't have a fine that we pay, but if you miss too much school, you can get left behind and repeat. The thing about our school was, if you had, they were basically, depending on the amount of school days per year, they have like a percentage on that, and based on that percentage, that's when they will take action. But I've never heard of that in the UK though, to be able, I know you're on about the UK, but I mean the USA, but in the UK, thankfully, we don't have something like that where you have to, you get left behind, or like you have to repeat classes and stuff. I'm so glad we don't have that. Not being able to graduate though is crazy for missing out on a few days. Getting 5 Sims to work how they should would be a miracle. It's mostly just for show, yeah. I would actually need, if I tried to do like a little recording for like 36 Sims in one room, I'm not even joking, I'll probably need the entire day to just like pause and make it work. And it will probably only like work once in like the past like 5 hours that I try. If I was the one who was doing that, oh my days, that'll be a nightmare. That is anything over 8 sessions, 4 days. The government just wants to take control of our kids. It honestly sounds like that, Kelly, unfortunately. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I know they're trying to keep kids in school and like, but like, let's be so for real. Even there's literal kids, like they even used to do it when I went to school. Like there would be kids who would like, they would skip school, but like their parents had no idea. And I would feel so bad if a parent literally got fined for them even not even having like a clue that their kid is bunking school. Maybe they're really harsh because of the grades that students have been getting lately. Maybe the grades haven't been that great, so they're trying to force kids to be more efficient, I think, with their work. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the reasoning is for it. I mean, are people taking that many of a break to the point where they have to solicit this harsh of a rule? Like, really? Is it really that bad? Grey chic. Woodwork was awful. You can't blame them when it comes to science. I didn't mind. Look, I'm kind of an easygoing person when it comes to anything. So when it came to school, I didn't really have a subject that I hated the most. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't really big of it. I'm not really big on history. I did pick geography over history. I would rather learn about the amount of rings in a tree and what they mean than dates that I have to memorize in an exam. Absolutely not. I can't be asked with trying to memorize 50 million dates about what happened in the past. I would like for it to remain in the past and for me to just get a good grade, you know? And in science, I actually found science quite interesting. I had some pretty decent teachers. I had really not the greatest. We had like a lot of class clowns. Basically, is what I'm trying to say in my science classes. I remember they used to make the teacher go so crazy. Oh my days! I used to be really quiet, but there were so many class clowns, man. It was crazy. Any subject but math. I actually really enjoyed math as well. Thing is, I'm a true believer of your children will enjoy school a lot more if the teacher is good. I had a really close bond with my art teacher, my photography teacher, my maths teacher, my English teacher. I had like, they honestly made it so much better than had it been like felt like strangers, you know? Like, I don't know, the teachers really liked me and I really liked them, so it just was a really good bond, you know? So I really enjoyed their classes. I did tell them I would visit back again, but I never really went back. They still have my I had an A star in photography and we created like these really humongous booklets. And they never let me get mine because they had to use mine as an example. And I still am so annoyed up until this day. I think it's been like 7 years now. I don't even know where that booklet's gone, but I'm not talking about like a tiny booklet. It was a humongous book and it was just filled with all of my photography and like writing and stuff. And I really wanted to see it again, but they won't let me see it. It's so stupid, but yeah. Genuinely A star, yeah, A star in photography, and then I got an A in art, so a bit more of a artsy type of person, but I did also get pretty decent grades in my other thingies as well. I wouldn't say what did you take? What do you mean? Like, oh, what pictures did I take? I don't remember having the pen license, Brandon. I think I got my pen license a little, I don't know if I got it late or not. I don't think I got it late. I don't think I got it late. I think I did get my pen license. And I remember do you know it literally was, it was one of those like fine liners. It wasn't even like a normal like Bic pen, you know, like with the ink. It was one of those fine liner pens instead. Oh, what is pen license? Pen license in the UK is basically they give it to you in primary school. I believe they give it to you in year 5 or year 6. Basically, you're only allowed to write with a pencil, and if your writing is clean and readable enough to the point where you are able to like write good sentences, they upgrade you to a pen license. So they give you a pen so that you don't make mistakes, and even if you do, you can write. So they just gave you a pen. But because a lot of people can't write in primary school, they're only allowed to use pencil so that they're able to rub it out. Yeah, that's what a pen license is. Yeah, I don't think that exists anywhere else, does it? Oh, but with the amount of you guys who are shocked, I don't think it exists anywhere else. Does this still exist? They still do? Okay, Kelly, I swear I was literally about to ask you for a moment because I know you got younger ones. Pen license, I don't understand why they do that still, but I think it's kind of like a nice experience for kids though, no? Like, oh wow, like I upgraded to a pen, and then it kind of like encourages your classmates to like write nice as well. I don't know what the science behind it is. My writing was shocking. Was it like doctor's writing? I thought it was going to be script. I've never heard of something like that. Really? Did you ever have the teddies to take home too? We had the Alvin and Chipmunks teddy collection. I don't remember stuff like that, Brandon. I don't think so. I do remember being really upset when primary school finished, though. I was really upset. They don't teach that in US public schools anymore. What, writing? Like, primary school food was incredible. Especially the cheese flan and chocolate fudge. I could do with the chocolate fudge right now. Here we do pencil, and then you just change the pen in high school, maybe 2 years before ending. Interesting. So it's like no matter what, you have to switch to a pen. Script, like calligraphy? Calligraphy? For kids? Poor kids. Imagine doing calligraphy as a kid. Or was it compulsory, or was it just like anyone was allowed to do it? No, we don't. They taught us cursive writing in primary school, but at the same time, if you couldn't do cursive writing, as long as it was clean and readable, they'll still give you the pen. Lily, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you stopping by on the live stream. Yeah, we're live again, slowly but surely. I was away on holiday and I came back recently, so yeah, I'm trying to get back into doing a few more live streams for you guys. I would have filled big time if they did calligraphy. Oh, don't even get me started. I don't think I've done calligraphy in my entire life. I don't think I could be able to do that. Does calligraphy mean that every single word has to be connected, or does it have to be in a specific style? Because if it's a style, then absolutely not. But if it's just connected, then that's not bad. They taught us that. When they'd say everyone who came to school by bike can go home, then walk, and always by car last. I think I remember something like that as well, Brandon. Yeah. But then couldn't we just lie though? Yeah, no, I was on the most recent one. I think it was last night. Yeah, we did do a live last night as well, yeah. I think we've done it for the last 3 days now. So it's been 3 days since we've been doing lives back to back. It's been feeling great, to be honest, to get back into doing the live streams. But yeah, we're starting off with a nice, fresh, modern build for you guys. Sorry if you guys are here and you are just watching for the build and not just me waffling. So I do apologize if I've been idling for a while. I will get back into it in a moment. A style? If it's a style, then absolutely cooked, because there's no way I can do that. It's so annoying. Having to remember the style of a specific letter for each letter is insane. I was a fat kid too, so I couldn't even fake going by bike. Oh my days. That is so funny. Genuinely thought we could have just lied and they would have known. Exactly, just be like, oh, you know, I'm walking today. Brandon, I don't think they do. I don't think they make us do calligraphy in the UK. The only thing they make us do in the UK is connecting our words. They try to prioritize that a lot in primary school. I don't know why they did that though, because I don't really connect a lot of my words at all, if ever, anymore. But in primary school, they were so serious about us connecting our words and connecting it correctly. I remember in primary school as well, they used to make us do a lot of comprehension as well. Do you guys know what that is? Like, it will be like, there will be like a bunch of writing on a sheet of paper, or like there will be like a separate book, or like something will be like displayed on the whiteboard, and you'll get like a sheet of paper, and you have to do a lot of comprehension. It was called like a comprehension sheet or something like that. It was so weird. It would be like stories and stuff, and you basically had to read and like find the answers between the lines, if that makes sense. I don't know, it was really interesting. I don't know if anyone remembers stuff like that. I remember comprehension, I hated it. Yeah, I also remember they used to take us out of class one by one when we were doing pots and, was it not pots and pans? Pot? Pan. I used to write pan. There we go. Oh, so, okay, I was just not looking enough. But yeah, so during like primary school maths class, I remember they used to take us out one by one, and they'll test us on different maths. What is it called? Like the times tables. There we go. Yeah, they will make us do the times tables, and if you were like really good at it, they'll make you do it like backwards as well. I remember all of that kind of stuff. It was so silly, but I would like to consider myself to have like a photographic memory, so I kind of remember so much stuff that happened when I was young. I love the maths books with the tiny squares. It was satisfying filling them all in. Literally, they were never going to pull the cameras from the start of the day for every student. Exactly, they would. It could have just been like, oh, I'm walking today, I decide to walk, you know? Which was kind of the case for a lot of people, actually. Sometimes they would need to catch the bus, sometimes it was parents, sometimes you just decided that you're going to go out to eat with friends, so you're going to walk. Like, calligraphy is the art of styled, elegant, and decorative handwriting. I think it's just ridiculousness, to be honest. I think there's a reason why we have computers. they sort it out for us. But no, some people do some really nice calligraphy writing. It's really nice, don't get me wrong. But I feel like for it to be compulsory for a child to learn in school, I think that's a bit too much of a stretch, in my opinion. I mean, kids barely struggle to write properly, let alone calligraphy. They're not going to remember a different shape for each letter, let's be so for real. I love the maths books with the tiny... Oh, yeah. Yes, comprehension was huge in school. Yeah, it was really... it was like one of the major things. I get distracted like crazy. Reading is rereading for me. I have to so I can take in what I've just read if I get distracted. Yeah, honestly, rereading is like so crucial. When I went to college, I had to take a lot of maths again because I placed poorly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really common though, Morgan. I feel like a lot of people, even when in the UK we have something called sixth form, they would still let you in, but you would have to just retake it. So you'll do like your normal selected classes for those last 2 years, but you would also do like your maths or English on top of it as well if you didn't do good on them, for example. I had a few friends like that as well, which, I mean, it's not a problem. Not everyone is going to pass like with flying colors the first time anyway, so... Did you play in the Christmas concert? I was actually going to get into the assemblies and the concerts and stuff in a moment, because we did so many of those. It was like a disgusting amount of them. Like, oh my days, the amount of, like, we'll literally go out of class and we'll all sit on like benches, and like they will give us like a little strip of paper, right, and it will say you like your line that you have to say. And yeah, I remember that. I remember doing like these little theatrical acting stuff. It was so weird. We used to like stand up, say our line, and then sit back down. It was so weird, but I don't know what it was for. Maybe it was for like so that you don't have stage fright when you're older or something like that. I don't know. Christmas concert though, I don't remember what we did. I honestly completely forgot. I think I'm sure there's a recording somewhere. There has to be a recording somewhere. Hopefully there is, because I want to look back at stuff like that. I don't remember anything like that, but I do remember there was a play that we did at the end of year 6, because it was like the one big one that you always do at the end of year 6 before you move on into secondary school / high school. But I don't remember what we did it on about, which kind of sucks. I remember though, we used to practice a dance within our entire group, like with our entire class, and then we all went on a trip. It was on like this really big grassland area, and there was other schools as well, and we all used to compete in the dance, and it was compulsory. Like every single person in the school had to do it. And I remember we used to do it to the song was Katy Perry Fireworks. I don't know why I still remember that, but it's so weird. It's so weird. They made us do so many random stuff. The leading up to get into year 6 and finally sitting on the benches for assemblies. Oh yeah, because we used to sit on the floors. Yeah, I remember that. And they used to make us like do like different songs. They used to make us like sing different songs and stuff as well. Oh, don't even get me started with just showing your working out stuff. Oh my days, especially in like when you're doing your GCSE maths. So annoying. Like you would only get a mark if you showed your answer, but if you don't show how you got your answer, then you're not gonna get the extra marks, which I think is so silly. But sometimes I was like, am I making it obvious enough for the person, for the examiner to see if they're gonna understand how I did it? But yeah, when you're in a moment like that, you try to do the best that you can. They teach it so differently now too. It's so much more confusing. I'm doing alright, thank you, Lily. Thanks so much for asking though. I hope you're doing alright as well. I can remember teachers saying you won't always have a calculator on you. Now look. This has CC. No, this has no CC at all. We're not going to be using any custom content for this build. Zara, hey, late to the show but still made it. Hope you're having a great day. I'm doing alright, thank you. Hope you are doing alright as well. I appreciate you being here. I'm showing my age with that one. Honestly, Kelly, to be honest though, when I was doing maths, our exams, we used to have, well, I sat the high paper, so we had 3 different papers. We had one that was non-calculator, and then we had 2 that was calculator. So, I mean, to be honest, your teacher was kind of right. I mean, you're not going to have a calculator all the time. I can't believe there's actual maths papers that don't require calculators. I don't know how we used to do that. I don't know how I did that. If you try to make me do the same thing again, I don't know if I could do it. I haven't touched a maths question in a very long time. I mean, I could still do my Pythagoras theorem, like tan, cos, sin, whatever, but I don't know. I'm really rusty. Cabbages and greens, broccoli and beans. Oh my days. I remember the Kumbaya one. I don't know if they sang it to you guys. I remember I accidentally lost my school calculator and the school had me pay $100. $100 is crazy for a calculator. They made us buy our own calculators. And if you don't have a calculator during the exam, then tough. That's basically all they would say. Needing to buy a scientific calculator. Oh yeah, that was so stupid as well, Morgan. They would make us buy scientific calculators. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. I mean, I understand why, but at the same time, it was so stupid. It was like £15 to buy a scientific calculator. I mean, how we just have them on our phones and how much phones are used nowadays. Exactly. If they just let us use our phones, then maybe. But they never let us use. We weren't allowed phones in school, so they never let us. Plus, even if we were allowed phones, they'll probably like accuse us of cheating, so they probably would never let us use that. Have you seen the AI videos like going to Nans or back to school? So nostalgic. I haven't seen them. No, they never. I don't get a lot of AI. Like those kind of like silly AI videos in front of me anymore. Not as much as I used to, at least. They made it like what I think I couldn't graduate middle school till I paid for it. What? That is harsh. That is very harsh. To be fair, when I was in high school, the iPhone just came out, so we didn't have crazy calculators on the flip phones. Yeah, honestly, if back in the day, I feel like it's kind of understandable where you had to like get a calculator, but nowadays I feel like it's really not that necessary, but still kind of have to, because there is a, you don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. Make sure to drink your waters, guys, by the way. All my FYP is AI. I think it's because you just interact with them back to back, Brandon. Oh yeah, I remember that, Zoro. Thing with our school though, we used to have like a specific day or like a specific afternoon dedicated to going to the library, which I thought was actually kind of fun. We used to have a few libraries close by to the school, so we would take like a school trip going to the library, and then we'll spend like the rest of the afternoon there, and then our parents would pick us up from the library sometimes, but sometimes we'll go back to class, and then obviously home time as usual. But yeah, we would literally go to the library, pick out a book, and then start reading it there for like 30 minutes. My FYP is full of like the short series movie things. I get that a lot on X, on Twitter basically. I don't use Twitter, so anytime I go on it, it just shows me the most generic stuff. So I get that a lot. I get so many of those movie things as well. Mind you, I had the damn book. Now I have a book I don't even read. Swimming lessons were so fun. Yeah, I enjoyed swimming lessons a lot as well. We had the long skinny floaty things. Well, honestly, Brandon, it sounds like you went to a resort more than swimming lessons. In my swimming lessons, we had different sections. So everyone was being tested, and then depending on your level of how well you were swimming, they like categorized us in the water. So like some people were only allowed in the deep end, and some people were doing this kind of training. Like it was really serious. There was no time to float. There was no time to do those floaties, unfortunately. See, I've been watching some AI series. Like, don't get me wrong, some of them I will genuinely get distracted on, but some are just crazy. Nah, honestly, Lily, do you know what? 90% of the short, like the short movie type of stuff that I see, I'm always like, this is like the weirdest story I've ever come across in my entire life. And I'll look at the description, and it's always Desperate Housewives. And I'm just like, do I just need to sit down and watch this because it's so weird? Have any of you guys actually properly sat down and watched Desperate Housewives? Like, why is every single episode so weird? Like, every single episode, something weird is happening in these little short clips. How weird can a TV show be? Like, there's literally every single topic from A to Z. It's so weird. Yeah, same for us. I was at the lowest. Brandon, did you not try at all? My first swimming lesson was how to doggy paddle. Yeah, I remember they used to make us like hold on to the edge of the pool as well to test us how we were gonna thingy. And then when we went to the deep end, they used to there was like these really long metal stick thingies, and they'll be like, oh, do like whatever you want XYZ in like that deep end, and then they'll like put the stick out, and then you would like hold on to it and they'll bring you back up. Thank God we didn't have swimming in school. I think it was great to have swimming in school. but keep in mind we did this in primary school, so when I was like before secondary school, before high school. We didn't have swimming classes in school. Swimming was something you learn on your own. I think it's understandable to do swimming on your own and for it not to be compulsory. But at the same time, I feel like the school should allow or like provide it or like, I don't know, offer it for your children, you know? I usually watch the first 30 seconds and question the storyline on it and continue watching it to figure it out. For my swimming lessons, we learned CPR. Okay, see, that's good. That's good. That's really crucial to learn. If anyone in the chat, by the way, doesn't know how to do CPR, please look into it. You can actually save a life, genuinely. CPR and like, I think there's some other stuff as well. How to save someone from choking and stuff. Like, I know sometimes it could be like funny jokes and stuff, but genuinely, look into doing a bit of CPR and stuff. To anyone who doesn't know, it can genuinely help save a life. You never know when you're gonna need that skill. You never know. There's also like first aid classes that people can attend as well to learn how to do like basic stuff, which I think is also something that a lot of people should join and do as well, because it's so crucial for everyone to have that kind of like common knowledge, you know? The little crazy penguin, hello, thank you so much for joining on the stream. I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you being here. Love the name, by the way. Yeah, I agree, Brandon. Knowing how to swim can also save so many people's lives as well. I don't think there are any public schools with pools where I live. Yeah, the thing is, we didn't have a pool really close by either, but our school used to bring us on a coach all the way to a leisure center that had a pool. So, yeah. And I went to a really generic school. Like, it was not fancy, it was not private, anything like that. So if my school can do it, I think any school can do it, genuinely. I think it's a really crucial skill to have. If my child went to a school where the school didn't provide swimming lessons, I'll probably question them or like encourage them to start or something like that, because it genuinely will change those children's lives in the future. At least that's kind of like the way I look at it. And we learn how to swim with clothes on, how to use a life jacket, and how to make pants. Okay, that's good. A lot of kind of like crucial life skills that everyone should have in general, to be honest. You have to learn CPR now for driving too? Really? They didn't ask me anything about CPR when I was doing my driving test. They'd even make me do an emergency stop, and I practiced that. I was ready to do an emergency stop, and I never got asked to do it. Thanks, I learned CPR from being a scout. Oh, that's so cool. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that people are aware of doing CPR and having those really crucial skills. How was Scout though? That is so interesting. I assume you went to Scout in the US? I think Scout in the UK would probably be the equivalent of like PGL, right, Brandon? Like going to those like summer camp thingies where you do like activities like archery and stuff like that. I'm going to be naturally learning it in my course because I'll be doing first aid and other practices. That's good. That's good to hear. We went to the closest swimming center. We also had a separate class where you could learn how to be a lifeguard. That's pretty nice one as well. from 2026. Driving theory test will include new CPR questions and for the first time. Interesting. I only know that there's one with like if someone is like really wounded, you douse their do you douse their wounds? Oh no, I completely forgot. I don't know if it was you have to douse it or do you not have to douse it? I think you do douse their wounds if they're if they were in an accident. I think so. I might be wrong about that. I the last time I did it was last year, the test, so I don't remember actually. That's not great. I should remember. Imagine the guy's burning and I'm just like not dousing it. I'm like, I don't remember the answer. I don't remember. The guy's just burning on the floor. I'm like, I don't know, mate. I need to wait. Let me look at my answer real quick on the app. Do you lose any CC with the update? Jennifer, I don't have any problems with the CC at the moment with the update. I also use my mods from the previous before I updated, and I'm not really having any issues at the moment. But I don't really use a lot as well, so take that with a pinch of salt. Maybe some other mods will have some problems. What's crazy was when I was younger, I wanted to learn CPR. Just to one day save my crush. So you put room temperature water on it, something like that. I'll be no good in an accident. Oh my days. I don't want to say me too, but at the same time, because I don't even want to be put in a situation like that, but I just, oh, it's horrible. I don't want to think about it. But hopefully, I'm sure we will be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, that was way too much. What did we do on the other side? 0.2? There we go. Honestly, it was so much fun. I miss it too, though. At the moment, I don't have time, but I learned a lot useful. We learned the kids CPR. Sorry, I thought I saw a spider walking. It might just be me being tired. I looked over to the chat and I'm just like, what is that on the floor? It's not a spider though, don't worry. Oh, the chat is gone. But yeah, we had similar experiences in the UK with like going to Scout and stuff, which is amazing. They'll be on the floor and I'll be like, what's today's plans? I work good under pressure. I think I can help someone. I would faint if I see someone bleeding. Straight to ChatGPT asking for advice. I'll be like taking a picture. ChatGPT, can you explain? What is going on exactly? Oh my days, that is so funny. Can't wait to eat my burger. I hope you enjoy it, Zara. I would faint, but that thingy is so real though, Zarias. I would faint if I see someone bleeding. I'm not someone who faints when I see someone bleeding. It's more so just like, it's not disgust either. It's just, I don't know, it's something different within me. Like, it's just, I think, I just don't want to see people in that kind of situation, you know? Like, it's just, I mean, nobody does, but when I was really young, I really would have loved helping people and like working in a hospital, but now I'm like, absolutely no. And I'm talking like when I was like really, really young, but now I'm like, no. I can't work in an environment like that because the patient and me would need help. We'll both need help at the same time, and yeah, it just wouldn't work out. I've grown up with a lot of nosebleeds throughout my entire life, so when it comes to like blood itself, I mean, especially when it's running out of your nose, you don't really have a choice but to deal with it. So in terms of that, I'm kind of fine with it, but when it comes to like a blood test, absolutely not. No. I'm not. You won't catch me doing a blood test. You won't catch me doing a blood test. Have you guys done one before? I have done a blood test though before, in case you guys are wondering. I'm okay with blood and stuff in person. I work in medical field. I feel like everyone just treats it differently, you know? I've heard, but gore in movies is another story. See, I'm fine with gore in a movie, but I can't do blood in real life. Because to me, in my mind, my little 8 brain, it's like, oh, danger, you know, like this person is bleeding out, they're gonna freaking die. Like, you know, it's so stupid how my mind works. It's so dumb, but it's so silly. But I don't know what I would do in a real life situation or scenario where someone's bleeding out. I genuinely don't know. I really don't want to be put in a situation like that in my entire life ever. Scout from Denmark. I can't count how many times we trained it. We also learned how to handle different traffic accidents. Oh, that's really good. I'm glad to hear that they give you guys like traffic accident examples and like how to train on it. That's really good. The way they do it in the UK is a bit different. It's kind of like trial and error tests. They ask you like questions, and if you answer a question, it's basically just like Q&A. That's basically what it is in the UK, unfortunately. I think you can take private classes and stuff, but the UK doesn't really push you for that. But when I went to do Scout, the only thing that I can kind of relate to is basically like a summer camp type of thing. We didn't live in tents though. We did a lot of activities, but we didn't learn stuff. It was more so just like doing different activities and learning those, like zip lining, like walking on like a wall, for example, like being pulled up and stuff like that with like ropes, and doing archery, quad biking, doing a lot of claustrophobic like underground like crawling maneuvers and stuff like that. It was just like small little fun activities basically. I'm fine with blood, nothing there. I remember a biology class with 5 students fainting from it. Our teacher was stressed. Really? Are that many people really affected by blood? That is crazy. I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I am someone who's low-key a little bit affected by it as well. Not a little bit, a lot. I'm just trying to lower it down a little bit for you guys, just to not sound like such a wuss, but oh my days. Blood tests are the worst. They really are, honestly. Makes me nauseous. Dental work over blood tests. Oh, 100%. Brandon, I swear, I literally said that to my sister as well. I was like, dental work over blood tests. Like, if they can pull out 20 teeth, but absolutely not a blood test. Can't do a blood test, no. I sound so exaggerated. Such an exaggerator. I've been held down as a kid when I had to get shot. A shot. Well, I feel like a shot is a bit different because it's kind of like going into your body and not out of your body. But I do understand. I think that's a bit more like a fear of needles, no? I can deal with gore if I keep in mind it's not real, but not a fan of gore. I understand that, Zorais. I kind of understand. If it's too gory, then me too. I'll probably like, you know, squint. But you know, just like a little bit of gore here and there is okay. I think I'm more of like a sensory gore type of person. That's gonna sound so weird, but I'm not. I don't want to sit down and explain it because nobody needs to think about what I think about. I think I actually had a bit of like a Q&A with ChatGPT, and it's because I have such a visual memory. I can imagine something happening without it even happening. Like just the thought of it can have like an external effect on me. It's so weird. It's so stupid. I wish I wasn't that way, but it just is the way that it is. unfortunately. I'm just a really sensitive person. The fight or flight, I guess so. Hopefully you're never in a situation like that. Honestly, I hope none of us are in a situation like that. Genuinely, like, it's terrifying. What is something you guys really wanted to do as a kid? As a kid, I don't actually know. I'm gonna actually get back to you, Zara, because I actually don't know what I would have wanted to do as a kid that I haven't done yet. Done yet? I'm not a kid anymore, mate. The underground tunnel was terrifying. Underground tunnel was kind of fun. Because the reason why they did it was because it was kind of like a teamwork type of thing, because everyone is like kneeling down and you're all crawling in like a little tunnel and you can't stand up. So if you're going forwards or backwards, you have to communicate with your team, if that makes sense. I still have the scar from ziplining. I'm going to get off for the night. Good night, Tans. I hope you have a great sleep. Oh, thank you so much, Lily. I hope you have a great rest of your day if you're still here. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your night as well. I wanted the world to be empty so I could go anywhere that I wanted. Honestly, I hate that as well. When I'm at like a place where there's too many people, I'm just like, yeah, mate, we have an overpopulation. We need to we need to get lower. The more awkward part of the dentist is where, look, not staring, but you have nowhere to look. Yeah, but you're kind of like the one looking up, right? And they're kind of the one looking down, so you have no other choice, right? That you can't do much about it. The dentist is the worst. Honestly, I'll take the dentist over any other type of surgical type of work or any type of blood work or anything like that. I wanted to be in pageants. Interesting. I feel like the pageants are really controlling though, no? Like, I feel like as a kid, you probably wouldn't want to be controlled. I spat on my dentist. You spat on your dentist. Oh, it is. I'm sorry, but that is kind of funny. You can't stand up. There's people behind and in front. Oh, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I think the funniest thing I ever tried as a scout was escape room in like a scout environment. Interesting. That must be really fun. I actually really want to do an escape room in the future. Do you use the tool mod? I have considered trying it. Is it hard to understand and learn? Honestly, I really love using the tool mod. I'm actually using it right now. Just because I'm doing. Oh wait, there we go. Just because I'm doing the furnishing right now, which I haven't really done much of. I've pretty much used it this entire live stream because it's just really effective when it comes to placing foliage and stuff like that, and yeah, just doing so many different like unique specific stuff. Definitely learn it if you are someone who wants to make like really specific type of stuff that you can't do normally with the normal system and stuff, especially with the sizing up. Like this scale thing is so good when it comes to like getting like a specific amount, you know, like 0.6, like, you know, you can't do 0.6 basically, technically. So yeah, let me actually, oh wait, can I not go back on that? I guess not. It's gonna stay 6. No, it's fine. But oh wait, it's not gonna, okay, well, there we go. Technically it should be this way, but I do like it this way. I'm gonna keep, nah, that's not gonna, it's gonna look silly. I'm gonna keep it this way. There we go. Let's add a blender. I'm low-key kind of done with this build. I just want to talk, to be honest, because I'm just tired. I'm tired. I just want to talk. Which is really weird, because if you're tired, you should be asleep, but not talking. As long as I look cute, pageants are expensive. Busy trains are the worst, especially when you have to stand in one place. Escape routes are fun. Rooms are fun. For us, we went from Sheffield to Chester. It was 3 trains. I don't mind a train. I don't mind a train at all. Random question, what is your favorite chair in the game? Oh, I don't find that a random question at all. I'll tell you right now. In terms of look, let's categorize it a little bit. If it's like a poof, I love using this one. This from Life and Death, very nice object. This one is one of my favorites. If we're talking about like a proper chair though, like a lounge chair, I do use this Lux seat a lot from Desert Lux Kit. It's very nice. I do also really like using this one's pretty nice as well from Island Living, but I use this one a lot. This one from Refined Living. It looks so like, it just looks expensive, you know, and it kind of looks a bit like CC. So I really love this chair in particular. If we're talking about dining table chairs though, I use where is it? I either use Dream Home Decorator, this one, or I use this one. I've completely forgot what this one is called. Decor to the Max or the other one. I don't remember what it is called, but this has to be my favorite chair, 100%. Probably my best chair in the entire game. I just wish it came in some more swatches. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite chairs in the entire game. If it's for a computer desk though, I will use this one in the black swatch. Where is it? There we go. This one. I really like this chair as well. It is a bit bulky, but I really do like it. I've been using this one a lot more often as well. This one from Life and Death. But yeah, I have quite a few favorite chairs in The Sims. I can't pick one from all of them. But if I had to, I'll probably pick this one. This one fits as a dining table chair. It fits as a living room chair. It fits as an office chair. It fits for everything, to be honest. It wouldn't really be the best office chair, but it still would kind of work for it, you know? But yeah, that's my chair overhaul. Make sure you save. Thank you for that, Morgan. I'll actually save right now really quickly. I need to set up like a just chatting screen or something like that. At this point, we chat more than doing The Sims. I was in such a good sleep schedule, Kelly. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I started streaming, and it's just gotten worse ever since. But oh my days, it's almost 1 a.m. man. Like, I don't remember I stayed up until 1 a.m. since coming back. We're a bad influence on you, keeping you up. I can't wait. This weekend I'm having enchiladas. Very nice. I hope you have a great time enjoying those. Never used any of them. Do you have Taco Bell? Do you guys like anchovies? Specifically fried anchovies? I feel like nobody likes anchovies. Or shrimp? Ew. No? Not even, wait, have you tried fried anchovies though? Have you had shrimp though when it's like intact though, with like its like little legs and its eyes and everything like that? Or are you talking about like the actual ones? The word came out before I could get it out. Oh my days. There's absolutely no need for that. In what meal would you have a shrimp? I wouldn't have a meal. I wouldn't have a shrimp in a meal. I would have it like on the side. Any fish with eyes are awful. I used to have my mom used to buy, you know, like Tesco's brand. I don't know if you probably have like the same thing, but you know how like you get that like fridge section of like the fishes, you know, where you can get like fresh shrimp there, but like you know how it's already like peeled and everything like that, like the actual animal there, it's not there, it's just like the actual meat itself. We'll get that and like put like lemon and what is it called, salt on it. Oh, it's so good. I never had a fried shrimp or like a cooked shrimp. And then in the resort that I went to this year, they had like shrimp, but it was like the whole body like was intact, like it's the tail end of it, like the legs and everything like that. And I honestly, I literally just peeled it off and just ate it. Like it actually wasn't that bad. And that was also where I tried the fried anchovies as well. And anchovies is actually really good. Like it genuinely is a really good fish. I'm not talking about the canned ones. I know everyone opens the can and is like, it was disgusting, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the fried ones, because they're little fried fish. That's literally what it is. It's literally little fried fish with no thingy, with no bones, which is amazing. Do you stream every day, and what else do you do? I don't actually just do The Sims, and yes, I do. I try to stream every single day. I just came back, so I'm just starting back at it again. I don't think I've skipped a day ever since I started though, so that's good. So the last 3 to 4 days I've been streaming back to back, and yeah, I hope I can continue, but without being too tired. Even though it is a little bit late, I should be out, but I am enjoying my chats. I'm guessing you were like sardines too. I never had a sardine in my entire life, so I can't say anything about that. But I know a lot of people like sardines, so sorry, I know a lot of people dislike sardines, so I assume maybe I'll probably dislike it as well. I don't know anyone who likes sardines personally. Creamy tuna or get no. No. Absolutely not. Don't start with the creamy tunas. I did have, oh, do you know what though? It's gonna sound so weird, but like when I was on holiday, I did get like a few cans of tuna. Oh my days! It just slaps so much more different when I'm on a resort. Not I'm not talking about, wait, that sounds so wrong. I wasn't in the resort. I was outside of the resort. I wasn't staying in the resort. Obviously, if I'm in a resort, I'm gonna eat some good food there. But I'm talking about like outside. It just hits so different when you're hungry and you want to just have like a quick tuna in a can. It's so good. So good. I haven't had it in a very long time. What the fuck is creamy tuna? Fish fingers is about all the seafood I can handle. Honestly, valid, Kelly, valid. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy being here, Crazy Penguin. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here, by the way. It's always nice to have some nice talkative people in the chat, so I appreciate you being here. Tuna's so good, man. The only thing I don't like is hot tuna. Hot tuna can absolutely not. No hot tuna, please. Tuna with a lot of mayo and cheese, so it goes all creamy. Oh my days. I'm not here to yuck someone's yum though, you know. So do you know what though, Brandon? That does sound like a really rich and fatty protein snack. So I'll give you that. Doesn't sound too bad if you're trying to bulk. Brandon, just stop. Yeah, I'll put on your baked potatoes. I've seen the Spud videos. Wait, don't you guys have Spud Bros? Or is that only in the UK? I think it's new. It might only be a UK thing. We add cheese to everything in England. It is kind of true. It is kind of true. We do add cheese to quite a few things. Jacket potato with tuna? Okay, that doesn't sound bad, but with the cheese, it's okay, fine. But then again, it heats up the tuna and then it gets really like fishy. Tuna mayo and cheese panini? I can already smell the fishiness of it. Have I tried other Sims games? What about Paralyzed? Yes, I've grown up playing The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. I've never played The Sims 1 though, which I still really wish I have. I still haven't really gotten around to doing it, to be honest. I don't really have a need to, because I probably wouldn't ever play it if like I would just play it like once and never play it ever again, unfortunately. But I do love the art style of The Sims 1. I do like a bit more of that like retro-y type of like isometric type of design so much more. I don't know, it just feels a little bit more cool. I don't know, it's just really nice. I haven't tried Paralyze yet, though. No, I have not. I haven't tried Inzoi or Paralyze yet. It will be probably something that I'll try in the future, but for the time being, no, I haven't tried them. But have you tried them or any of the other Sims games? I'd love to know. I personally still really love the Sims 3 a lot, but I just really like the graphics of the Sims 4, to be honest. So it's kind of just like an easy winner for me. Who the fuck is making hot tuna? I know, right? Tuna over spicy tuna? I've never had spicy tuna, actually. Someone put ketchup on a Christmas dinner? We put chili on jackets and cheese. Mmm, chili. Or like a nice spice on a potato or like a mashed potato. Oh, that... I'm actually starving right now. At 1 a.m. These food talks. I actually need to charge my laptop. Hold on. Disco fries. Never heard of that in my life. I probably... Let me search it up. Oh, disco... That looks really good. They call it something else though in the UK. It's not with gravy though. It's what was it called? Was it in Burger King? It was in Burger King, and it was also in Wingstop. What did they call it? Was it like... It's called Loaded King Fries. It from Burger King. It's the one where they kind of like mix a bunch of stuff into it. Beef burger sauce and crispy onions and cheese with... But that's not the one I'm talking about. It's just with cheese. And there's also another one in Wingstop. Yeah, it's just called Loaded Fries for us. They just use a bunch of different cheese variations on chips. The only thing, look, I love the idea of like cheese and chips together, but I don't know if you guys have this problem, but anytime I get it, it's always like, and I would literally eat it in the restaurant as well. Like, I'm not going out somewhere. Like, I'm not taking the food with me to like give it the chance to dry up, right? But the second I try to take a chip, it's all like stuck together and it just ruins my experience even more. Like, I'll try to take a chip and it just like rips instead. And I'm just like, okay, well, my entire experience is over. Do you get what I mean? I don't know if you guys have that same issue, but it's annoying. Like, I really want to just enjoy like a nice melted cheese on my fries, and it always ends up like being more of a hassle to eat, so I never really get it. Speaking to the person who comes and originates from kebabs, of course. This is 2 a.m. drunk order, gotta have it. Ice cream sounds good right now, or don't throw me with a good time. Oh no, it gets soggy. It doesn't get soggy, it's more so just like it just like the cheese dries up and it kind of bundles all the fries together, so you can't like take a singular fry and just like put it in your mouth. Do you get what I mean? Like, you kind of have to like rip it off. It's so annoying, like to me at least personally. I honestly want fried Brussels sprouts. Yeah, that's another thing. Look, I eat every single type of vegetable and fruit, but when it comes to Brussels sprouts, it's a no. gravy, chips, and cheese mushed together, or maybe not the mushed, but if it's all together, that's a good combo. There's not many things I won't eat. Honestly, me too. I didn't know they were Turkish. What, kebabs? Of course they are. Kebabs are Turkish. I could go for gyro right now. Gyro? What is that? I think I've heard of that. Don't think I've ever heard of that, but it does look really nice. Oh, you mean Tasty Gyros? What is it? Tasty Gyros or Gyros? What is it called? That's the place, right? Where you get, it's like a restaurant. It's Greek. I don't know. Their food looks Turkish to me. It literally looks like a Turkish cuisine. I'm gonna be so for real. It looks so good though. Now I want to order cookies and cream. Honestly, me too. I've played Sims 2, 3, and 4. I love Sims 4, but my heart has the Sims 3. Honestly, I'm in the same boat as you, Penguin. I tried Paralyze a little. It is growing on you. Oh, okay, so you like it. About food, I found it funny that we in Denmark have Remoodle. I thought it was everywhere. I'm gonna search that up. I hope it's not like crazy. Remoodle. Oh, it's a sauce. What does it taste like? Oh, it's mayonnaise based. I don't like mayonnaise. Oh, you guys, when I went to Popeyes and you're able to like pick like a bunch of different sauces, right? I picked ketchup, I picked a chili, I picked spicy mayo, and I picked chipotle sauce. What is the hype around chipotle sauce? Is absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, but it's so disgusting. And garlic mayo, absolutely disgusting as well. I don't know what, maybe they messed it up, but it was so bad. I'm sorry, but does anyone here actually like chipotle sauce? It does not taste good at all. Maybe soy caramel and snickerdoodle cookies and cookie dough or double chocolate ice cream. Zara, it's like you're trying to make us hungry at this point. Soy caramel is delicious. Oh, Sasha, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it so much. Soy caramel is delicious, honestly. Yeah, I had soy caramel frappes, like as if I was like living on it when I was on holiday. Absolute delight. Soy caramel is beautiful. Strawberry and cream frappe from Starbucks, incredible. Go get the caramel ribbon frappe. Oh, have you guys had a toffee nut latte though? The exclusive ones in winter. Come on, man. Toffee nut latte, you cannot go wrong with that. And brown cakes, I love that cookie. Christmas biscuit thing. Brown cakes. Isn't a brown cake basically chocolate cake? Or am I wrong? You love that the Christmas biscuit thing? You mean as in like the gingerbread biscuits? Because I absolutely love gingerbread biscuits as well. I sound like such a fatty. Danish remoodle. It's a creamy little swimmy and tangy with a mild curry flavor and tiny crunchy bits of pickles and vegetables. Ooh, that sounds really delicious. I don't think I've had a sauce with that much texture to it and like like that much flavor to it. Garlic mayo is awful. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. You love Chipotle? I'm not. No, I'm not dissing Chipotle, but it's more so just like the Chipotle sauce itself. It's just disgusting. Same with barbecue sauce. Yeah, I hate barbecue sauce as well. It's so disgusting. Like it just. It's not so disgusting, but it just tastes like ashy in your mouth. You know, like I like imagine like dipping a frying barbecue sauce. It's not enjoyable. But give me a can of barbecue Pringles, barbecue in Texas, whatever the hell it's called. Oh, that purple can. Oh, and I'm finishing that in a heartbeat, mate. That is, oh, it's so good. The barbecue Pringles are 10 out of 10. I love barbecue flavored things, but not barbecue sauce. So, yeah. It's a bit weird, but I think everyone understands the difference. Like, I'm ready to order my pumpkin spice lattes. Oh, I'm ready for my my toffee nut lattes. Christmas fair food is the best. The German hot dogs with the cheese and the sauce is the best. I've never had it. And when you have orange juice, do you get it with bits or without? Brandon, that's a good debate. I I'm someone who will get it without, but if there's bits in it, then it is what it is. Do you get what I mean? Like I would prefer it without the bits, but I will still drink it with the bits. You know, because when you squish fresh orange juice, which is 90% of the time when you get it from like the store and stuff like that, it always has the bits, unfortunately. So I kind of just got used to it. But yeah, when I was young, I did not like the bits either. Like it wasn't really that great. Good food is the way to anyone's heart. Honestly, it really is. Like you can really blind someone with good food. No, it is not chocolate cake. Try to search Danish brown biscuits. Oh, that sounds like it will be like really doughy and like soft. I can already imagine it. Oh, there's a nut in it. There's a where's this nut? I completely forgot. Is it? Oh, it's a normal it's a normal nut. Or is it pistachio? Oh, it is a pistachio. Interesting. They look like gingerbread biscuits with a pistachio in the middle. Is that what it is? They look delicious though. I don't think I've ever seen something like this in the UK. But this is really making me want to get a gingerbread biscuit now. Oh my days. Sriracha. I love sriracha, but not mayo. I don't even like mayo on its own anyway, so just mixing it with something else is not going to help it, unfortunately. The Pope. Pope free is the way to go, yeah. You will have terrible food choices. Bits for the win. Oh, you like the bits? I thought you would be picky and not like the bits, to be honest. Churros with a milk chocolate dip. Or I had the opportunity to eat churros twice on holiday. And wait, I have a picture of them. The first one that I ate, it was in a restaurant, and I'm gonna be honest. They look if the person making the churros, if the churro is too, if it's too fried, I think that's the best terminology for it. Then you know when you dip it in the chocolate and you bite it, it doesn't give you that perfect sensation. It needs to be a little bit chewy. Does that make sense? Like it can't be too crisp, and that's what they did, and it kind of threw it off. But they gave us milk chocolate, and they also gave us the normal milk chocolate. Oh, sorry, did I just say milk chocolate twice? The white chocolate and milk chocolate dips in like these two little cups, which I thought was pretty nice. It was pretty generous of them to do that, although it was almost impossible to finish. But I'm trying to find the picture. Where is it? Where is it? And they also put like they did have this. I don't know if it wasn't cinnamon. It was the sugar and what else did they put on outside of it? It is cinnamon, yeah, it is. But it was so fried, yeah. It was like kind of. It looked like it was burnt pieces. I don't know. It was so weird, but I still enjoyed it. I still finished it. Where the hell is that picture? Oh my days, I'm actually absolutely blind. There we go, I found it. Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at the picture right now as well. It looks like the little bits look like burnt pieces, but they're not burnt. Yeah, it really does have to be perfect. Then I ate churros again, but this time I got it from a different dessert shop. And what was the problem with that one? Oh yeah, without me saying anything, he filled the middle bit of the churro with chocolate, but then also dribbled chocolate all over the top of it. So it was literally just like a chocolate bomb, and it was just like I've never really had churros filled before, but I personally prefer it without it being filled. I kind of want just the drizzle on top, just so it doesn't feel too overly sweet, you know? Yeah, they need to be perfectly soft with a little bit of crunch. Exactly. But this one was just like a bit too overdone. So it kind of just, gosh, now I want dessert. Honestly, me too. Uber Eats needs to sponsor. Honestly, where is my sponsor, man? Churros sounds so good. I've been wanting churros though for like the last year, and I ate it like twice in this month, and I haven't been satisfied. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have not been satisfied. Tiramisu, I don't think I've had tiramisu before. I do love a cheesecake though. Oh, I had a cheesecake. It was so good. I had any dessert that you can think of literally this holiday. I was such a fatty. It was so good. I had a brownie. I had baklava, which is a Turkish dessert. I had like a normal cake slice with fondant on it. Oh, it was so good. What else did I have? I think that was it. I can't. You know, sometimes when you eat so much, you don't have room for dessert. I did feel like that, unfortunately. The sugar donuts at Beaches. Donuts are alright. Donuts are fine. No, I want something sweet and not Zara. I had a churro last week. Coffee cake is so good. Oh. Does it rain in Turkey? In winter, yes. Yeah, it does. It actually rained in May when I was there. Apple cider donuts. Can you please enlighten us? Is it like a sour taste or something? Like what? That doesn't sound like it will taste good. Yes, that's it. Sometimes it has nuts, pistachio in them, sometimes not, but delicious it is. Yeah, I can imagine it being delicious. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a gingerbread cookie, can you? I feel like there's quite a lot of unique Danish dishes, aren't there? I feel like I've heard it throughout my entire life of living, but I just never really got the chance to experience them, unfortunately. I love the building in Tokyo. I was looking at it since your lives and chatting about it in the past. Really? I I haven't really been to Turkey as much as I would have probably wanted to. I go to Cyprus way more, but basically the same shit when it comes to the buildings and stuff like that. It's kind of like because it's like the same hot humidity and stuff like that. They kind of use like the same process and like how they construct their buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, Turkey's really nice though. Really, really nice. They're dense like cake and covered in cinnamon sugar. If you're ever in the US in fall, September, November, they're all over. I'm gonna have to try them. Anytime I see like apple cider together, I just think of apple cider vinegar, and I tried apple cider vinegar once, like on its own, and oh, it was rough. It was just like a little lick. I just wanted to see what it kind of tasted like. It was, don't do it. I have to go. Another clock is 2 a.m. here. I love being here. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to head out in a moment as well, though. So thank you so much for stopping by, though, Crazy Penguin. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a nice sleep. And I look forward to seeing you in the next stream, hopefully. Cyprus houses look edited white. Honestly, bro, when I tell you, they have like the best little mini villas. Like when I was there, I'm like, what kind of lifestyle do I need to have a villa here? Please, like I need to move over here and just live here for the rest of my life. I genuinely need a villa in Cyprus. I really want one. But if you want to live in Cyprus, you have to do military work. And who's got time for that? You definitely moving to, oh bro, I'm moving, mate. I'm moving. Military work is crazy, man. Gonna have to pay them off. If I really wanted to live there, I'm gonna have to pay off, which is, I think, is quite ridiculous that you have to pay if you don't want to do military work. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but it's just like kind of unnecessary. Do you just drive around in the Jeeps of charity or go war? Honestly, none of them. I think my cousin went, and from what he explained, that you don't really do much. I'm going to be honest with you. You literally just sit around and you just basically like listen to orders, and it's not like you wake up every day. You wake up every day at a specific time and you basically just have like duties basically, but it's not like they make you march. I think that's kind of like one of the things that they make you do, like marching, obviously holding a gun, knowing how to like shoot, and like what you need to do in like a certain scenarios and situations and stuff like that. I'm too soft for military. Honestly, I feel like because we've grown up in the UK where you're not really learning those kind of things even in like school, or like you're not in an environment where like you see a lot of people in military outfits and stuff like that. You don't really think about it. So for us, I feel like it kind of can come across that way for sure. I'm dyslexic. I can't match. I can barely walk without bumping into someone. You're literally gonna walk into the soldier next to you and they're just gonna push you off. They're gonna barge you. Nah, I'm sure you have a great time though in the camps. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who were born and raised in the UK are definitely not equipped for the military. There's just no way. Like, sorry, not no way, but more so because we've grown up not thinking about those kind of things, if that makes sense. Imagine all of us in a military camp. Oh my days. That would be so funny. That would actually be so funny. I wouldn't be able to be. I don't think anyone in a military camp will be serious. So genuinely, like, no matter how serious they make it look and seem, it's actually not that serious. The only thing I don't like about a military camp, I think they have to take your blood because they need to do like medical checks on you. Like they need to check like your body and stuff like that as well. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes into like these military things that a lot of people don't talk about. We'll forget why we were there. Honestly, I feel like if I went to the military, I feel like I'll be really alert. I'll be way too alert for my own good. Probably from paranoia, to be honest. Not like being scared, but more so just like what is going to be expected of next, you know? I'm kind of like goody two shoes, so I'll kind of want to like listen to orders a lot. Imagine trying to bunk a military march and they just find you. I wonder what their punishments are. Probably not that deep. I would fail the physical. I wonder what kind of physical work they would do for people, because they do a lot of like biological checks and stuff like that. Oh my days, I'm literally looking at gingerbread cookies instead of doing The Sims. Oh my days. Right, I'm gonna place a few sun lounges and then I might actually call it a day, because I'm just keeping everyone up and busy, and yeah. I still need to do a few push-ups before sleeping. So I kind of delayed everything, which is awesome. One spider. One spider and that's it. We're done. Oh my days. Yeah, I tried to do a few upper body workouts before sleeping. We have to get your push-ups in for the day. I mean, I have to do push-ups every single day. I have to. Like, it's just in me. I have to do it. Damn, I already miss being on holiday, man. It felt so good. One spider and that's it. Honestly, funnily enough, there was actually a really huge spider in the bathtub this morning. And usually I'm really good at catching spiders, but this morning I didn't notice anything at all. And then I was finished with everything. Thankfully, it didn't get out of the bathtub itself, but my mom went into the bathroom and she was shocked. And I was like, what is going on? What happened in the bathroom? And she saw a humongous spider in the bathtub. And she was like, how did you not see that? And I'm like, bro, I just woke up, you know, like I ain't gonna be looking around trying to find spiders, you know. But if I saw it, I would not have stepped foot within that bathroom. No, I did not stand on it. If I seen it, Brandon, I would not be in there. I wouldn't have been able to be in that bathroom with it. So I would have immediately run out, but I didn't see it. So we were together for like a few minutes with that spider, but thankfully it didn't move or come towards me, which is great. Not me making cereal, listening to push-ups and fitness. Brandon, you're eating cereal at this time? What flavor? What kind of cereal you got? Oh, I kind of want a cereal. I haven't had a cereal in so long. Ever since I moved homes, I kind of like we kind of spoke about not eating cereal anymore because it's unhealthy. I kind of want to reintroduce it though, just like here and there. I do kind of miss a cereal. My fiance kills all the spiders. At least you have someone brave enough to kill them, you know? Now don't judge, cornflakes. No, I'm not judging. Brandon, when have I ever judged? The only thing I judged that you said was your Chinese order. That's it. That's the only thing I ever judged. Because of the ketchup. It was only because of the ketchup. It wasn't even because of the eggs. The eggs with the noodles is fine, but the ketchup? The ketchup is just like adding a bit of tanginess, a bit of vinegarness, you know, and it's just like it doesn't need to be there. Do you get what I mean? And like, don't get me wrong, I love my ketchup, but not with my noodles. Wait, is it the plain cornflakes or is it the one with the honey? I assume it's the one with the honey. It has to be with the honey with the honey nut, right? Or is it a different variation? I love cereal. Yeah, me too, to be honest. I just have to contain myself around it. Special K, I love a Special K with the berries, the red berries. 10 out of 10. I think there's a Special K with the chocolates, isn't it? Special K with chocolate. I think that does exist, right? It's with dark chocolate. I've never had it. I think I've had it once, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I had it once, I think, but I usually eat Special K with the berries. Honey, I think. Yeah, if it's sweet, then I assume it's probably with the honey. Here we go. Let me explain to Morgan. Yeah, I opened the whole can of, I was gonna say worms, but beans sound a little bit more appropriate for us Brits. My Chinese takeaway: omelette, chips, and ketchup. Oh, it's not with noodles? I thought it was with noodles, my bad. I think I was disliked the idea of the omelette and the ketchup. Sorry, it wasn't ketchup and noodles, that's my bad. But some people do eat ketchup and noodles and ketchup and spaghetti, and it's not, and people are like, oh, it's ketchup sauce. It's not ketchup sauce. That's not even a Chinese order. My laptop's trying to teach me how to do live translations at this time. Like, bro, my one eye is barely open and it's trying to teach me how to do translations. What are you on about? Have you guys watched The Odyssey, by the way? I've seen so many good reviews on it, and I just don't know how I feel about it. My Chinese takeaway: omelette, chips, and ketchup. That's not even Chinese order. I also have pizza dipped in beans. I think pizza dipped in beans is a bit different because it's kind of like a bready consistency. I loved it. It was incredible. Best film I've seen this year. Really? What was your favorite scene? I might have not, like is there a good scene worth watching in there? I haven't seen it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. From what I've seen from it, the ending, I was half off my seat. Was it really that good? The whole way through was insane, really? I don't know. Oh, forgot his name right now. The one who played Spider-Man, Tommy. I forgot his name. His name was literally in my head like a moment ago. What the hell is that guy's name? The one with Zendaya. Tom Holland. There we go. Tom Holland. Yeah. Are you talking about Tom Holland who got paid 15 million? Brandon, the thing that I don't understand about that film is Tom Holland's dad was Zeus. Did he end up finding him? Can you just spoil it? Like, does he end up finding her? Is his dad still alive, or is it not? Or is he not? I assume his dad is probably still alive. His dad comes back, but he can't get on his. Okay. Great, I got it spoiled for me. His dad comes back in cover. I see. Okay. I don't mind spoilers. I don't mind spoilers at all. Because to me personally, spoilers, they don't really finalize anything. It kind of just helps. I like the whole process of something. I don't like the ending of something. He had to sit and talk to his wife about him as someone else. Interesting. Okay. I'll give it. I'm gonna try to give it a watch. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. It was insane. I don't know. I've seen so many good reviews about it. I'm just like, maybe it's not a film for me. I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's just me. But I'll watch it and see how it goes. Eventually, I'll watch it. I don't know when. I still have a few other things on my list, which I still don't know what those are exactly. But I don't think I want to watch Odyssey next. 3 hours long. I don't know if you were here yesterday. Oh yeah, by the way, it's Pixel Bay. Thank you so much for reposting, and also for the gift from before. I don't know if I said thank you for that. I think I did. If I didn't though, thank you so much. I kept it in my mind for sure. Brian, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I asked, but have you watched Attack on Titan? You haven't? Hmm. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's like it is an anime though, so maybe if you don't enjoy anime, maybe you won't enjoy it. But I feel like for someone for like me who I don't even watch anime, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like it's so good. Like the storytelling. Oh, if you need something new to watch, you will love it. The only thing is though, it is you can watch it dubbed, like them speaking English, but I would highly recommend you to watch the characters speaking Japanese and then have the subtitles on in English so that you read it only. I feel like that's just going to turn you away the second I say that, but genuinely, it just makes the experience so much better. It's not like one of the other. It's not like another. It's not like the other animes where like it's like a love story where like it's like silly and goofy and stuff. It's like it's really focused on like kind of like war, but at the same time not. I don't want to spoil it. Oh, okay. You don't mind subtitles? Okay, I think you will definitely enjoy it then. If you like a good storyline, I promise you, get into looking at Attack on Titan. Anyone you ask who has watched Attack on Titan, they will always recommend it to you. No, you can't find one person in the world who has watched Attack on Titan and who doesn't like it. There's just no way. It's really good. But anyway, I'm gonna slowly probably head out. One of the greatest shows ever. Oh, you watched it, Morgan? One of my favorite films was Lighthouse last August. That's all thrown. Morgan, did you finish Attack on Titan completely? I was watching Nightmare Neighbors. Honestly, I really want to get back into watching little like films and TV shows like that. I haven't watched TV in a very long time. Morgan, did you like the ending? I think I've seen a few people not like the ending, but I personally think it was really good. Like it's sad, but I mean there was no other way around it basically. Friday Night Dinner is so funny. Is that the one where like they cook, right? And it's just like these average, mediocre, middle-aged people who go to like each other's homes, and there's like a commentator who like talks about everything that's going on, right? Yeah, yeah, I do know that, Brandon. Yeah, we used to watch that a lot. A lot. They used to be Brandon, tell me they didn't have like the most weirdest people on that the program. Like they would be like the most odd people ever. Like they would have like random hobbies, they were dressed weird. Everything about them would be so weird. I think it was okay. It needed to end that way. It's like the butterfly effect. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't want what happened, whatever happened, without spoiling it. Without what happened, I didn't want it to happen. But I liked like the little messages that he left at the end and stuff like that. It kind of gave closure to all of the characters that he was close to and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wish I don't know. With a big fight like that, someone had to go, you know. So it's kind of understandable. Oh, it was. Sorry, Brandon. No, it wasn't. I don't know Friday Night Dinner. I know Come Dine With Me. There we go. That's the one that I know. Not Friday Night Dinner. Come Dine With Me. Yeah, me too, Morgan. Me too. But it's just like, I don't think he was bad either, but like, I think it was really great storytelling though, with how, you know, in season 4 he was so distant to like his friends and Mikasa and stuff like that. Like, and then finding out the reason. Well, we didn't really find out the reason why, but towards the end, like within the messages and stuff like that, like when they got their memories back, then it kind of like was kind of like full. It was like full closure, like full circle. Sorry, but like at the same time, I don't know. Also, do you know what? Oh, do you know what I don't like though, Morgan? You know, I don't know if you've seen, but if you didn't watch it, like the ending credits carefully, you can see like how that the tree area where the burial happened and stuff like that, how it like progressed and changed and stuff like that, and like how Mikasa also ends up getting buried there. But at the same time, I'm just like, why is it rushing all the way and like showing all of that? I didn't want to see all of that, you know. I wanted to leave that to my imagination. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, okay, she's dead, you know, like a whole new civilization is there, and then they show like the entire, like that entire like enclosed wall area, like that entire civilization enhanced and was like a really futuristic city, and then another war broke out, and it was just basically like a cycle repeating its pattern over and over again. I'm just like, what? I didn't want to see that. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, the history repeats itself, but to me, I don't know. I wish it wasn't like that. Friday Night Dinner is a British family, two brothers, mum and dad, with this funny neighbor. There's a big TikTok sound you might know from it. Hello, Jackie, you look nice. No, I don't actually know it. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not that big on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I don't really scroll too much on TikTok. I do scroll on Instagram though. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I go to like post like a short on YouTube, and because it opens shorts immediately, I just like start swiping, and I'm like, after like the third or fourth one, I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be here trying to post a short, and I get distracted by the scrolling. It's so bad. So that's why, because it's really bad, I can't go on TikTok. Well, because it showed that like history release, like it was basically all for nothing. Basically, yeah, Morgan. I really liked Raina's character as well, Morgan. I like the whole like backstory and stuff like that as well. If you liked Attack on Titan, you should watch 86. It's also good, but it's not a finished series. Can we go into? I mean, at this point, we might as well go to 2 a.m. right? Because actually, wait, no, I can't. I genuinely can't. I'm not even doing Sims at this point. We're just talking and waffling all day. I will check out 86 though. I don't think it will be Attack on Titan. I'm not really the biggest manga fan though, like anime, but I just really watched Attack on Titan because of how good it was. I had a few friends who suggested it as well. I had some friends suggest Naruto as well, but I watched a few episodes and I was like, it's okay. But I didn't really get to any of the good parts yet. I kind of stopped like long ago. 4 is a good film too. I don't think I've ever heard. I don't think I've seen it. There is a film though that I watched when I was really young in the cinema. It was like a really nice family film. It was where like 2 little kids lived near like the edge of like an island, like a waterfront lot, and they found like a mysterious egg, and it was like a really big seahorse. And then the state that they were living in, like the police and stuff like that, they were trying to kill the seahorse thingy, and then the kids were trying to prove that the seahorse was nice, and then they ended up not killing the seahorse, and then years later they went back and visited it, and then the seahorse came back to them. I haven't watched it ever since that film came out, but I remember everything in that movie so well. I don't know why, but it just touched me so much. I really like that film. I'm not the biggest anime person either, but I love a good storyline. Yeah, me too. As long as the storyline is good, then I will definitely consider giving it a watch. Wait, what is that film actually called? I'm kind of curious now. Oh yeah, let me actually save because I'm actually gonna head out. It's so late, man. Brandon, you need to join earlier. Honestly, you just need to join earlier. You're too busy in other people's live streams, and then we're stuck here at like 2 a.m. Oh yeah, there's been like so many leaks with GTA 6 lately as well, and I don't know if you guys seen, but even Rockstar put out like a message about it, which is kind of sad, to be honest, that they even fell in that kind of situation. Tomorrow we'll chat all about the leaks. Oh yeah, Brandon, have you looked at them? I completely forgot that you're actually a big GTA person. Well, you actually like the franchise and stuff. My fiance was just talking about that. The hacker, yeah. Cyber leak. Can't wait for number 6. Honestly, me too, Brandon. Me too. If it was available on PC, like the first day it was gonna come out, I would have. I promise you guys though, when it first comes out, you will be seeing it on the live stream. You will be seeing GTA 6 on this channel, 100%. I don't care if 50 million people are streaming it. We're gonna be streaming it too. The map is real. The characters moving in the world is real. Here is what I understand from the leaks. I'm not someone who wants to spoil it for myself, but when you're on X, it just comes up. If you see on the bottom left hand side of the screen, you know, like an oval type of map, then that's how you know it's a real leak. But yeah, I got like a notification that there was like a GTA leak, and I clicked on it, and that's how I kind of ended up seeing it. I don't think a leak spoils any of the gameplay experience though for anybody, as long as they don't ruin the storyline. Seeing a few little gameplay snippets is not that deep. We're gonna see it tomorrow anyway, because you know how for next Netflix exclusive, there's gonna be for like the first 6 hours or some shit like that, how there's gonna be like an insider view for like 30 minutes going into the game and like showcasing different stuff about it. So we're gonna see everything tomorrow anyway. So the leaks being 2-3 days early is not gonna change everyone's mind. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I'll stick to my Sims. BG3? Is that Battleground 3? Or is that something completely different? The map is so much bigger than the last. Yeah, it's way bigger. Way bigger. My brother is a big GTA fan, so he sends them all. I don't see much, but when we do, we spent the whole time chatting about GTA. Oh, that's nice. At least you guys have like something common to talk about and stuff. Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. My bad. See, I'm not that big on so many vast games, unfortunately. So yeah, don't really know a lot of the games. I would love to play Elden Ring though one day. There's so many of these like really cool like fighting games or like the story mode games that I haven't played that I would really love to eventually in the future. Baldur's Gate. I feel like I've heard that one. Okay, I have not heard of this, but it does look kind of cool. It's an RPG. It kind of reminds me of what's the one that Elon Musk was playing when he got caught lying about his levels? What was that called? It was what is it called? Path of Exile. There we go. Path of Exile. I really want to try Path of Exile. It's kind of like one of those boss defeating MMORPG type of games as well. Yeah, he got caught lying. he was like in the top 10 charts or something like that, Brandon. Top 10 charts as a businessman carrying millions and billions of dollars, and apparently he didn't know what he was doing in the game. I'm not the one who outed him. There was so many other people saying, I'm just letting you know what I found out. But yeah, he had no clue how to play the game apparently. So, and he had like people, he basically pays people to raise his account to that high level, if that makes sense. So they basically play for him. Elden Ring was so hard I couldn't even kill one boss. Are there like I'm sure there's like different difficulties though, no? He's 33, I think. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. I thought you meant like he's 33. I think I'm 21. I was gonna like, Brandon, you don't know your own age, but you don't know his. Fair enough. So I was brought up with all his video games. Oh, that's nice. At least you had like, at least it was passed down onto you instead of him keeping everything. It's a turn-based game. Interesting. I haven't played a turn-based game in a very long time. He's around 33. You know what? It's actually really nice to have an older brother or like an older sibling, because then like you get to see how their life pans out, and then you like kind of plan yours according to that. Or like even if you don't, you kind of get to see life ahead and like reverse engineer what you could do, basically, you know. There's 5. I can't keep up with them all. 5. Wait, you're the youngest? If you're the youngest, then it kind of makes sense. As to like how you can't remember every single one. Second to youngest, okay, technically. Well, you still have 4 siblings. 3 in front of you. I'm excited for GTA and COD 4. Hopefully they're both good. I'm pretty confident GTA 6 is going to be really good. Like there's just no way it's not going to be good, you know. Apparently there's a few people who have been saying like the leaks, like the actual real leaks, like this is not like fake leaks, like the real leaks look like GTA 5. Like the quality basically isn't like that crazy different. But I'm going to have to disagree. I feel like when it comes to computer games and like when you're trying to do like a certain style, there's only so much that you can do to achieve realism, you know? Like if it doesn't look 100% like real life, it's not the end of the world. Do you get what I mean? Because it's just a game. I don't understand people who try to make their games look like literal realistic. Like, don't get me wrong, I love making realistic builds in The Sims 4 and like my reshade making it look like it's real life, but you can still tell that it's The Sims, you know? And like, there's people who are disappointed with GTA 6's graphics, and I'm just like, bro, what do you mean? Like, how can you can't make it better than real life? It's not possible, you know? Like, you're never going to be able to get it to that level. They're just doing the best that they absolutely can, and I feel like they're so valid for that. I think they've done an amazing job. I think they have done an amazing job, even though we haven't played it yet. Like, without a doubt. We don't even need to mod GTA 6. Exactly. I just know you're going to have the beach lot private island. You know it. The second it's out. I don't think games should be hyper realistic. I feel like as long as it has a specific style that it's trying to achieve, then fair enough. Like, I think GTA 6 will be hyper realistic, but it won't be to the point where like if someone saw an image of it, they'll be like, you can tell it's a game, but it just looks really good, you know? And I feel like that is the level that GTA 6 is at, and I think that's amazing. I don't think they should do anything else to make it look even more realistic. Like, bro, if you want it to look that realistic, just go try to enhance your life instead of, you know, trying to find it in a game, you know? Like, it's kind of sad. Just, you know, like, just enjoy the game for what it is. And people, I don't know, people lately have just, they're never really happy with anything. I'm going to be so for real with you guys. People are so, they're never really happy with anything. I'm such an easygoing person compared to everyone else in the world, honestly. So many complainers in this world. It's still a game, not a film. Exactly. People want a film almost. Basically, yeah, they literally want an absolute like film grade game to be running on their like 10-year-old GPU, you know, like it's not gonna happen. Especially like anyone who does computer related stuff or even like coding, the second they announce that there's going to be the game is going to be compatible for PlayStation 5 and for PC, like if it was just made for PC, they will be able to make something even more realistic. But because it is a game that is going to be compatible for console and PlayStation, there's no way they can make it look exactly like real life. There's just no way, because it's on console as well. Same issue with The Sims 4. Sims 4 could have been like the performance of it, not just the graphics, like the performance could be 10 out of 10, even better than what it is right now, but it can't be because it's on console as well. Like, the second you share something among a bunch of different platforms, that's when quality starts to die down a little bit, because you have to make it compatible for every single thing. And when you do that, it has to look the same for every single one of them, so it kind of bottlenecks it. I don't know if anything I said made sense, but it's just not gonna be hype. It's not gonna look realistic. It's gonna look realistic, but it's not gonna be real, you know. But anyway, I think that's enough waffle for tonight, man. We'll continue again with this build tomorrow. I'm sorry to any of the quiet listeners and viewers who have been watching and are just like, can you just please carry on with the build? I really do apologize for that. Have you seen AD is on Netflix? Really? I only seen them on YouTube. I have never seen them on Netflix. No. Graphics have come such a long way. 100% more. I feel like they've enhanced it so much throughout the last few years. Like, they've done such a great job, and I'm sure they have like so many different workarounds to make it as optimized as possible for every single for anyone, really, no matter how high or low your spec is. But only time will tell. When we get the game, we'll see how it looks and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly head out, you guys. We basically reached 2 a.m, which is not great. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you guys have a great night. And I will hope to see and catch you guys all tomorrow. I'm going to be so knackered tomorrow, but it's all good. Take care, everybody. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. So have a great day. And actually have a great night, to be honest. But yeah, you guys get the point. All right, see you guys tomorrow.